What up, people? Yes, I know it's a man. We gotta change. Here's another thing too. We have to change. This is a horrible, horrible color, a horrible version of fucking orange or yellow, whatever it is.
Oh, you
Fuck
don't
that.
like,
You respect suntan yellow. I
no,
think
you don't like raw egg yellow.
Yeah,
What?
no, it looks like bad orange, like the cheap one, like the Sunny Delight or something.
Rotten eggnog yellow.
By the way, speaking
God, that does very fast.
speaking of orange things, no, not even orange. Just speaking of things that are cheap and disgusting. What are you eating? Yeah, great value dill pickle fucking chips. Disgusting.
These are fucking delicious,
Chat.
and you guys are wrong.
Chat, tell this motherfucker how disgusting these are. Well, go get me some water and whatnot. Take it away, you fucking. And Alan, I swear to God, you have the worst taste in fucking everything. But anyways,
He likes juju beans. He likes dill pickle chips. This motherfucker probably likes haggis and shit. Like, you probably like the man of like many of weird taste.
I'm sorry that years of abuse of smoking has reduced your taste buds to that of a fucking old man.
Coming from the guy who's eating great value chips. Don't talk about my
They're
taste
fucking
buds.
delicious.
Don't talk
Oh,
about
I'm
my
sorry,
taste
it's not
buds.
expensive. It's too expensive for your. It's not expensive enough for your blood.
It's not only that, it's just cheap as fuck, sir. Like, everyone knows great value items are cheap. Like,
Your
you
value
right now,
can be delicious.
right now, you're defending the McDonald's of dill pickle chips. Right now. I hope you know
Sometimes
that.
McDonald's is good. I'm sorry, Mr. Bougie man. I can't sit there and appreciate
Look,
things. Oh, you know what? You know what, Ganja? Pretend I paid $5 for this bag instead of $1.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you didn't pay $5 back because there's no $5 worth of ingredients in there. I bet you it's like half an.
And these are better than Lay's. Lay's is awful and
Oh my
overpriced.
god, Europeans are food is so.
Overpriced. Lay's is overpriced. $5 for a goddamn bag of chips. You can go fuck yourself.
Coming from the guy who's eating dill pickles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, that's shit that you hear in joke movies that you hear the
Up in
old
Canada,
foster
we actually
parent
have
eat.
good fast food and good junk food, unlike the States.
My ass, y'all do. First of all,
Also,
we got.
I am done because I'm sure I'm done pissing off the people that don't want to hear me eat chips for 20 minutes.
Well, first of all, we got snacks and goodies here that are banned in the European Union and in your country. We know how to do snacks right to the point that they'll kill you, all right? Not like the fucking French where they got to be all fancy with their sugars and whatnot. We put fucking fructose corn syrup like an American way.
Yeah, and which country has an obesity problem that's unlike anything the world's ever seen?
Hey, bitch, our countries are right there together.
No,
Let me act
actually,
like
our
y'all-
obesity problem is all right. It's handled. We actually have a lot of situations in which we're no longer showing commercials to make sure that kids aren't obsessed with this stuff. We're actually doing different ways of organizing grocery stores so the candies aren't right beside everything. We're actually trying to help, kids to make sure that they don't have a constant advertisement flux of fucking candy.
That's the problem, man. You don't respect candy enough to actually enjoy it. You always want to regulate it. Stop it from the kids from enjoying it. See, you guys
Guess
are the
what?
reason
Sometimes
you're the reason
regulation-
they took vending machines out of my high school, bitch.
And guess what? I know as an American, you don't understand that regulations are helpful, but sometimes you need to regulate things to make sure people don't go out of control with that. And also, no, Kirk, I'm not going to put a bag of chips in front of my face the whole time. I can get away with it with the box because it just sat here, but the bag I'd have to hold.
All countries are going obese. Dijon, I think North Korea would disagree with you on that one, but all right. Shark says, "Hey guys, how you do?" Oh no, he said, "Hi Gary." Oh, Gary's in the call. What's up, Gary?
Gary's in
Good to see
the
you,
oh
baby.
god.
Oh, I'd love for him to be in the call, so he just yell at you for your.
Oh, and by the way, yeah, I'm not wearing a regular colored shirt because guess what? I actually don't wear those shirts all the time. I only wear them for the show.
What is the logo on your shit?
I don't fucking know.
Just stand up. Let us see it. Let's see the top.
I
of
don't
the
want it
shirt.
to
Come
actually
on.
be Confederate shit, so
What is that?
I don't
What
fucking
kind of-
know.
That looks like some Soviet era shit, bro. Like, I'm proud of you because I see the red stars and whatnot, but like that's very confusing of a t-shirt
It was.
design.
I just grabbed it because it fit.
Wait. So did you just grab it and run out the store?
No, this is my brother's.
Oh, so now you still? Oh, you're one of those little brothers that still clothes from the fucking.
No,
older
they're
siblings.
giving them because they're too big for everyone else, so I just wear them.
Oh, never mind. You're the cheap
I'm the
sibling. that
hand-me-down
takes-
kid.
Yeah, that takes all the hand-me-downs. I got you.
Yeah, well, why do you think I get so mad when people go out and spend fucking fucking $500 on goddamn Jordans? It's like, yeah, I got fucking 4-year-old hand-me-down shoes, and I have to appreciate that shit 'cause that's all I got.
Man, I like how you talk shit about people with like nice sneakers and nice clothes. Meanwhile, like that's just how people express themselves on the outside. Like there's no wrongness with
Yeah,
that.
but
like,
you don't need to spend that much money. It's just consumerism, ganja. It's making people think they need to spend this to express themselves. You can express yourselves for a
I
cheaper
don't know,
value.
man.
But they want you to buy that
I
shit.
walked in some of those fucking Bobo stores. That's what we call them down south for those like rinky-dink mom and pop shoe stores, and they always got some whack ass shoes that you could tell are whack, like complete knockoffs, man. Like
Yeah,
I'd
they're
rather
complete
just-
knockoffs, but again, That's what the fucking Nikes and Adidas and all these big brand corporations, that for anything from fucking shoes to outfits, they want to be like, well, the only way to properly express yourself is to spend hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. Like, no, you can wear what you want to wear. My favorite shirt. This is my favorite fucking shirt that I've ever worn. I call it my good luck shirt because I wear this to every exam because I have this on my student card and it's a running joke for myself. $10 I paid for this. I've had this for 6 years.
Nah, son.
6 years I've had this shirt.
Alan, to quote a very sexist term, that's not how you get the bitches.
I don't care.
Like,
eventually, when people start realizing you don't just spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on that shit, those companies are gonna fucking flounder because they're basically going. It's like, well, just keep advertising, and not let people think that they can get an easier alternative. Because people think, well, if you don't get Nike, what else? Like, actually research this stuff.
Julian said not everybody can fucking shop in the kids section. That's fucked up, Julian.
So cheap though.
Oh my God! You actually shop in the kids
section? No, I don't.
Oh, okay,
I'm kidding.
I can see your ass being cheap enough to grab shirts or pants or buckles.
No, I just go to the regular. Like, I go to the regular men's section. And I'm just like, okay, let me just get some dress shirts. $10 a piece. Buy 4, and I'm good for like some good.
He doesn't even go to like a decent clothes store like J.C. Penney's or someplace that actually does like cheap clothes.
Because again, they're just saying there, oh well, you have to buy this expensive clothes to get it to work. It's like, no, you can buy stuff that's a lower price and it'll still last a long time. Most of the shirts, most of my closet here is under $10 per thing, and I've had it for years. Because I take care of my shit.
You guys are stupid. Why are you always fighting?
Because we're arguing. All right, Alan. What? Nick is an unbiased opinion. Sometimes he stabs me in the back. Sometimes he stabs you in the back. In that terms, he's very unbiased. So, Nick, all right. My thing with Alan is he has a big heart on against people wearing nice clothes.
Wait, gets a big heart on?
That's not what I said. You're a goddamn liar.
Hold on.
You're a fucking liar. I said expensive ass clothes for brand label only.
No, he still has a heart on for it as well. But I mean in the most negative term possible. And I say that a lot of people, they like expensive clothes because, one, sometimes there's better quality material put into it, and two, it's either a better design than what you get at these like Bobo stores that you could go from like Foot Locker, or I forget what the other sneaker store is that you can get like sneakers for like $5. And it's a lot. And then my thing is like, you can't be expected not be made fun of if you're wearing the cheapest stuff there, because like even like the most designer stuff has cheaper versions that you can find.
That fucking bullshit mentality people grow up with. Well, you have to have expensive clothes to look cool. What are you wearing? What are you wearing? Those hand-me-downs you got for your brother? You're a fucking loser. That stupid bullshit is why there's so many people that spend half their paycheck on fucking clothes, because society thinks that you have to spend money on the clothes to make yourself look and feel better, as opposed to actually going out and trying to find, you know, lower priced items.
No, those two things coincide with each other, because sometimes that more expensive shit that you're gonna be wearing, that big name brand shit, is also making you feel a lot better. That's why it's important to get those things.
That's only because of advertisement. Advertisement on the screen, so some guy walking down the street with women on his arms, so people think, oh, if I buy those Jordans, I'll be just like him, or Michael, or LeBron wears these Jordans, I could be just like him.
But if you wear the Jordans, they feel nice too, though. It's not like they feel like shit.
Gudge of all people is not agreeing with my bullshit right now.
Sorry about that, drinking water. Wrangler's expensive as fuck. $80 for a goddamn, like, one of those like buttoned up thingies, like those shirts that you put on.
Yeah, expensive as hell.
Yeah, expensive as hell. And commercials, it's always some fucking like super good looking white dude with like 2 farmer chicks like, howdy do, how you doing? I'm gonna suck your dick, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
But honestly, that shirt feels great. I wear it all the fucking time. Like, dude, that shit.
And yeah, there are gonna be certain situations where it's like you have a certain level of quality, especially like ones that don't really do commercials but are still expensive. Yeah, you know, you're gonna have that level of quality because they use, you know, genuine material, handcrafted, all that stuff. But people are too busy on the Kanye West shirts are $100 for the same bullshit that I'm wearing right now.
To go to church Kanye is like the devil in disguise. Like, that's a whole completely different situation.
No, it's not. It's the same thing I'm going at, where people are just so focused on the brand or who's wearing it or who's selling it that they're willing to pay hundreds of dollars for a fucking white tee. I have like fucking 5 of them right now. My goddamn whatever. It's like,
see, but they look like they're like 50 cents. Like my shirts are from Fruit of the
Loom.
Loom.
Guess what? So does the fucking $100 Yeezy white tees that had nothing. But I don't even think they had a fucking emblem on them. It's just a white t-shirt.
But you can feel the talent. Like,
Oh
in
my
the shirt.
fucking god!
Because my thing is like when it comes to like a lot of these T-shirts nowadays, and a lot of these sneakers, it's not the same way as it was when we were kids. That it was just like for the brand. A lot of them have like custom art designs. They have a lot of custom designers now that come on to make certain sets of shoes and certain designs, quality. It's almost become a way to like tattoo leather in a certain degree. So like you can get like shoes and stuff. Like I have some shoes in my closet that I got because I know they look good and they work with a lot of the outfits that I have. And yeah, one, I have to buy expensive because I'm flat-footed as fuck, so I do need the extra support that, you know, a lot of these extra brand shoes actually provide. I can't go to your store unless I'm getting a fucking custom shoe, Alan. I can't buy those $5 ones. I tried. I got blisters like a motherfucker.
That's a legitimate concern because that's a legitimate medical concern. And I get that 100%. And I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh well, God, you should buy expensive shoes. I get that, but that's specific to you. Not 100% of the population doesn't have flat feet.
But even with that sense, it's like it's still a form of expression. Like hell, even right now, I'm wearing like a little socialist T-shirt.
But again, like,
and I paid like $30 one because it's a union T-shirt, so you have to pay a little extra to help the union of T-shirt makers. Not only that, it's a product that expresses my belief and a lot of my like of the art design. And even though I paid a little extra for that than what I would pay for a $5 T-shirt, I paid more into the artwork that went into it. It may not be a brand shirt, but even I still have some value into something that has artwork in it.
Plus, also to that particular design, I don't know how much you spent for that, but it's not faded at all. That shit looks like it's brand fucking.
Oh no, this shit.
There's always a certain level of quality, and I get that people have medical issues in God's case. But you know what I'll tell God? Just like no, come to my shop. It'll take like a week, but what we'll do is we're not gonna make you a shoe. We'll make you an orthotic. So what that'll do is you can actually put that to any pair of shoes, and you can wear regular shoes, and then you have a choice in the matter. So in your medical case, you'd have a choice. But a lot of people are so focused on the brand names. Like Ruthless corrected me that the Kanye West shirts are a subsidiary of Adidas, but that's still a brand. People are so focused on, well, it says brand here, brand must good, okay, bye. It's like, no, do a little bit of research. Try to find something that's maybe within your price range so you're not running up your credit card bill trying to get a fucking outfit.
I completely agree with that, dude. I'm not even arguing with it. Like, in a sense, too, like, I feel like the best place to go to for this type of stuff is dtmerch.com, where we get the outline tank top.
I should have seen that coming.
Actually, go back, scroll down. I might actually pick that blue polo up. That actually kind of looks cool.
Wait, where is it? This one?
Scroll down. Yeah, the blue polo. That polo, like.
Are you playing golf anytime soon, motherfucker?
No, I can see myself
wearing. If it's warrior color, like
well,
what
no,
you actually has.
One, I can see myself wearing at Best Buy and just stealing shit and no one asking questions because that's very close to the Best Buy shirt.
You know how
you're
illegal
gonna
that
try to
is?
do it so you can fucking steal.
You know how illegal that is? Like that's like not even regular illegal. That's like impersonating a worker, theft. Like there's a lot going on in there.
I'll be fine.
Oh my goodness, no, dtmerch.com, people. I know the chat's like laughing and shit, but no, man. I gotta tell you, is it weird that people are really starting to get in line with this whole like Corey Coleman DT merch joke? Like, I've never seen an actual advertisement attempt be like a meme now. Like, I love that shit. But anyways, so hopefully we'll have an MCA merch shirt one day, or merch site one day, and Alan's gonna be part of it. So make sure people to give Alan shit when he's like, "Hey, it's Adidas who makes it." Man. Alan.
And plus, I don't look like shit. Yeah, okay, I don't look like LeBron on a Nike's commercial, but I don't look like shit. I do try to go out of my way to find something that's within my budget and also looks good. I try to do a mix of both. Because guess what? I actually go there and don't just fucking throw my money at a brand name. I actually try to say, like, does this actually look good? I try it on. And yeah, a lot of my stuff I've had for 4 or 5 years because I keep my stuff for a long time. Because again, I take care of my stuff.
Boy, don't be coming up to me with this date looking like the Goodwill collection. Get out of here.
Okay, well, why don't you go buy a $2,000 suit and then try to get laid? Maybe that'll work.
Oh, damn!
You say that like it doesn't work.
Oh, like, God, I love
man.
this.
If y'all think that you fucking buying expensive clothes,
go get an expensive car and get some bitches, bro. Like, yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah, go enjoy all your bitches, you dumbass. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You can be the unfunniest, the biggest dipshit in the world, or the biggest nerd in the world, but you got a $2,000 suit. The women are gonna throw themselves at you.
Yes, that's the way it
y'all
works.
Y'all listen to the bullshit of those commercials.
Okay, dude, Alan, think about this. When you go to see a girl and you watch those movies and a girl's like half naked and she's like, posing like, bow, 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 you want to fuck me? Like, she's not wearing some cheap shit. She's wearing like expensive Victoria's Secret lingerie. Like, the shit's made a certain way, dude. Like, there's a reason why it's expensive. And there's a reason why girls keep buying the shit.
not only that, man, like it's probably like normal where you're at. Like hell, even Colorado, no one cares really what you're wearing anymore and what your designs are. But like I grew up in South Florida, that shit is fucking all like you gotta come out like with your best outfits for fucking regular Monday at school. If not, people are gonna clown your ass. And like I remember people getting made fun of for
they're
this.
used to seeing commercials of people buying
But not
expensive
see that's
clothing.
the thing, like you can use that as an excuse, but you gotta forget like certain areas they really are more bougie than others. So if you want to have any kind of social life with people of like any kind of good looking degree, you're gonna have to wear all these monkey suits.
Yeah. One thing I will say really quick before you even move on, because we're going to start the show and everything soon.
Ooh.
But Alan, Ruthless says, since you're plugging stuff, be sure to see Alan Rage on Westworld on newest episode of Stream Life at youtube.com. Yeah, so...
Yeah, definitely check that out. I shared it on my own personal... I shared Ruthless post. I put it on my own personal page as well. Check out Words Don't Do It Justice on YouTube. Stream Life, you'll find it there. Basically just... It starts off as normal, and by the end of it, we're just yelling at each other.
Yeah, which I cannot wait. I want to watch that shit so bad too, man. So we're probably gonna check that out tonight. Jet saying, "I'm just sitting here reading the title of the show, remembering how much I hate acrimony." Man, Jet, if you want to come into the show and fucking review this goddamn movie with us, you can. But I'm telling you, this is one of those movies. I'm telling you guys right now, Ganja and Alan did not pay the fuck attention.
Wow, going for the guy that was half there.
Yeah, which is saying a fucking lot.
No, it's not. No, it's not, Nick.
I'm serious. People, it might get a little awkward later on. I'm sorry. I'm warning y'all.
Yeah,
because this is going to be a huge thing where it's... I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
And Jet, no, you can't come on the show because I'm not going to answer your questions even if you're right in front of me.
Everybody in the chat room, should just ignore that bitch. Don't give her more power than what she deserves.
There's a literal reason why she's never had a choice in the after hours.
Oh, we'll change that shit tonight. Don't you
dead
even
body that she'll get a fucking movie.
No, can we watch Shark Exorcist?
People, tonight we are watching Shark Exorcist or
no, fuck no, hell no. You have to kill me first.
What we'll do is we'll have Jed actually bring up 3 movies in the polls, and then one choice, the 4th choice will be other, and then that's when we'll all, see if we can watch something else.
People know, people fucking know. People know Jed.
People may know, but the thing is we did watch fucking what was that movie? The Salmon Salmon? What's it? Slime and Salmon?
Slime and Salmon. She got 1. I'll still never forgive her Shark Exorcist. That piece of shit.
People need to see that first. And then Amazing Bulk. That's another one.
They don't need to see some student film that was made for $4.50 at a can of Pringles.
People, tonight's gonna be a fun night. I'm telling you, tonight will be a fun fucking night. I cannot wait. I'm sorry, Alan. It's happening, and you're gonna be there. And it's gonna be
hell no!
So
you have no control over me.
Man, I'll have to do something. I'll buy you some cheap ass chips.
These chips are fucking delicious.
And some cheap clothes too. I'll give you the whole homeless fucking.
Well,
package.
You know what? I'll appreciate those clothes, and I'll keep those clothes for as long as I can until they fall.
I'll get you a box of Buff Cup clothes. You'll be
People
fine.
need to learn to take care of their fucking clothes.
Oh man! All
Cinnamon
right,
Toast Squares from Great Value.
We're getting the fuck out of here. We'll be right back.
I love how I'm being made fun of for trying to save money. Fuck all of y'all.
Oh, people, yes. What's up, folks? We just got through yelling at each other for the pre-show. Hope you guys enjoyed that shit. And Alan being Ron, I'm just kidding. You're not Ron, Alan. I totally understand why you would save a bunch of money. I wish I could do the exact same thing.
He's not wrong. He's just cheap as shit.
Fuck all of y'all.
Hey, at the end of the day, he's gonna have more money than both of us because he saves so much money. I mean, he will be naked, but he'll have $500. So
hey, again, what I said is, I grew up getting hand-me-downs and having to not give a lot of money, so I had to make everything last. And apparently being made fun of for fucking saving money from fucking these 2 motherfuckers over here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, people know we are here. We are chilling. I did add a little Will Begin Momentarily thing. You guys saw it. It's new now. And what we're actually going to be doing, too, as far as that Will Begin Momentarily thing, I am officially going to be bringing back the bumpers within a couple of weeks. So expect a lot of things changing. I'm already halfway done with pretty much everything. So, yeah, it might be cool.
Clap.
Yeah, and by the way, too, like if you guys are actually in the YouTube chat, let me know what you thought of the bumpers when our old host Anthony used to do it, because I am curious if you guys actually care about those things. Did you like those, Alan? The bumpers from back in the day?
Sometimes.
Sometimes
I think Anthony just fucking took a bunch of ecstasy and started editing. But the other times are kind of funny.
Yeah, hey, who do you think I was selling my shit to?
Dude, it would just be like this fucking 30 seconds of random synth music to some ape, and I'm like...
Yeah, it's like some anime girl, like... What were you saying?
No, I was like, Gonzo, you got any more of that shit, man? I need to make the bumpers.
Pretty much. I was like, sometimes I'm like, okay, you just have an apple on screen that's 8-bit going, like, with random synth. Like, does that have anything to do with the show at all?
Yeah, it never really did, and I thought like you can always go in there and make some kind of joke to something else. I mean, he did that for a little bit, and then things kind of changed. But I've been working on a lot of things too. I've been wanting to do this for a while now. The thing is, I had to set up with a new theme song and everything too, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait just a couple more weeks to get this out. But once I get this out, it will be cool. It'll be fun. This will be a good time for us to show some of our favorite. I mean, I know Ganja used to do this thing, the biggest L. And I would love to put those in the bumpers of just like these horrible moments. I don't know what Ganja looks at. I feel like he's like he's on some ghetto website or something.
The
World Star. It's called World Star.
No. That's old school. That's our early 2000 ratchet shit. I'm on that new shit right now that you get like 15 advertisements if you don't have ad blocker.
Ooh,
yeah, man. But no, you.
I don't trust those sites at all, man.
No, but I used to love when Ganja just brings some ridiculous ratchet shit to my attention. It was fucking amazing. What the hell, Jet? She's saying Big Dick Energy Jet versus tiny teeny weeny Tyler Perry. Good lord.
So Jet has a dick, and she apparently wants to sword fight with Tyler Perry.
I don't want to break that down or analyze it.
I would watch that.
I actually want to mention something that
y'all watched Dark Exorcist, so I figured you would watch anything.
Hey, that's a good show. Don't disagree.
I forgot about that. People, tonight on the After Hours, Alan's going to be there.
Hell no, I'm out. I'm fucking jumping out a window.
Oh, Alan will be there.
They were saying about the bumpers that apparently they like the ones that Gary did, where he just basically lost his mind.
Where he just stared at a screen in a crazy fucking outfit for 20 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did that before too. That shit was fucking weird. But yeah, no. But one thing I was gonna say though, yeah, like what Shark saying, Nick calling Ganja ghetto. No wonder the Fence girl didn't like Ganja, or the Fence girl didn't like Ganja. I like how I said Fence girl. By the way,
you're too gangster, yo.
Come from the guy that says your clothes don't matter. Fuck you.
Yeah, because guess what, Ganja? They did it in France, did they?
All right, so you better come with that real good shit. Now you gonna get turned out because you got that Jason.
God damn right, I got fucking dress shirts out the ass.
Wait, what'd you got out the ass? Is that where your wardrobe's at? In your ass?
Well, that's how he got his wardrobe. There's two different ways there.
Oh man, dude, but no. So,
hey man, save money where you can.
And by the way, it's funny that Jet's saying all this about having big dick energy and dick this and dick that. Speaking of dicks, I got tagged in a few things because my boy Nick Diaz called out Daniel Cormier and Brock Lesnar, calling him a dick chest. He called out Brock Lesnar saying, "Yeah, I'll fight his fucking dick chest, motherfucker," and blah blah.
Stop yelling at people.
I'm sorry, but that does not look like a dick. It does not look like a dick. I'm gonna post this really quick or show you this. I'm gonna show you this tattoo. It's a really cool tattoo, and everyone talks shit about it. If I could find this thing, yeah, that does not look like a dick at all. Come on, really?
Kind of does.
You are trying.
I mean, Ganja's a dick police here, so you answer the question.
I'm just looking at the show we're on. I'm like, why the fuck are we talking about wrestling?
Yeah, the Ringside Hangout has now taken over the MCA.
This shenanigans here made me talking about the dick on his chest. No, it's just a whack ass tattoo, honestly. Because like one of the things he said is the sword of Damocles, and one of the things you don't know, I'm about to get all nerdy on y'all. But one of the things about the sword of Damocles, it actually hangs upside down. So he basically just got a sword on his chest, and it does look foul like a sword. Oh, he's definitely getting titty fucked.
Okay, I guess you guys are fucking assholes. Julie's saying it's phallic shaped. It kind of looks like a dick. JP's like, that's not a knife. That's a knife.
The dick congregation in the chat with the Ganja and Juliet.
Ruth is saying, considering some of the craziness in Children of Toast and ROS lately, Jet having a dick is nowhere near as surprising as it would be any other week. Yeah, wait, is something going on crazy in the Children of the
Man,
Toast?
there's always something going on crazy. I don't fucking go to the refugees of spills, because that place is like a World War II battlefield. I ain't going through that shit.
So, yeah, because we should probably call this a Facebook fuckery segment of the night. Like, I've been wanting to do that for a long time. But no, Facebook fuckery, like, Gunja, do you know what's going on right now at all?
Is there anything crazy going on?
Me
I don't
personally,
think so.
like I don't know what Ruthless is talking about when he's talking about like fuckery and just shenanigans on a Facebook channel.
Well, last week was the whole issue with Danielle and her Instagram photos. That wow, if the Children of Toast did not consider themselves thirsty, they had lost that fucking argument last week when the fucking Instagram photos went on the
See,
fucking.
I don't even consider that crazy. I consider stuff crazier, like when they just go off these whole racist tirades and throw people under the bus. Like I think the last one I remember was Ishmael, where they just ranked on him for like 7 days and nights.
Yeah, I'm looking over here. Kirk saying, no, it's a dick. Raheem, Nick the dick. Dejan's telling Jet to put a strap on. Dejan, I got
What
questions
are
for you,
y'all
sir.
talking in the chat?
Yeah, what's Dejan trying to like say about himself? Like, yeah, get a strap on. Like, he wants.
He likes to get pegged.
Yeah, that's pretty much where he's going with on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I mean, it would be attractive on Jet, but Jesus Christ. Red Hot Bikini, Daniel Big Assets. That doesn't make any fucking sense, Raheem. Jesus Christ, guy.
Raheem,
Really,
stop
Raheem
that.
doesn't make sense.
Oh, and Ruth is saying something was saying he wanted to be paid by. Okay, that's what it is. Paid by.
Oh
last
god,
girl.
yeah, I saw that shit. Somebody posted on that. It's like I don't even want to describe it. It was some stupid bullshit. Like just yeah.
Yeah, man, Children of Toast is a weird fucking place, people. God, there's so many.
Do people post straight porn on that fucking thing? Like almost on a daily basis.
God damn. Well, anyways,
I hate to be an admin on that fucking page.
No, before I just thought it was some drama, but if it's just dick shit and this whole Elastigirl thing, which y'all gotta stop with the Elastigirl thing, that's becoming too much of a meme where it doesn't make any fucking sense anymore because it's
It's
not
not
as
even
big as people
some
are
dude
saying.
got arrested jacking off in a theater. That shit's real life.
Yeah, but it's like they're only doing that. It's not like it's that like if you think that's that sexy to jerk off in a movie theater, then you've been jerking off at every movie in the last like fucking 10 years. Like I mean, it's
Hey,
crazy.
you don't know him. You don't know his life.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Every grand opening, he just tries to sneak a jerk.
Why would you go to the grand opening? It's like fucking the full people. Go there like fucking 3 days afterwards. I was there.
It's sexier because it's scary.
Yep, you don't want to get caught, so it's a sneaky boner.
Yeah. Like your dick's actually a rebel. I don't know if you noticed that. Like your dick wants to come out like, no, don't tell me what to fucking do. Like, you know, it's just
Like
Do
your
you have
dick totally listens
stories,
to
or
Pokemon.
we just gotta keep talking about jacking off at the theater?
We got rules too before the stories.
oh yeah, we got
Oh
rules.
god, we have rules to this.
And the rules are not to masturbate in a movie theater. But no, actually,
That's a law.
yeah, well, laws are rules, I think.
But is it a specific law?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's-
actually it is.
The thing is, though, one of
Indecent
the rules.
exposure.
Wait, what were you saying?
Indecent exposure.
Oh yeah, well no, of course. See, I was like, hey, actually, let me pull out my book really quick. I want you guys to know exactly. Do not deviate from the laws of the world. No, but one law that we're gonna have inside here is do not, even if it's dark in your room and you're around people, which you should be around people while watching the Midnight Chat Attack. But if you are in here, do not masturbate because it's dark, because that'd be fucking weird. Ganja, tell them the actual rules. I was just trying to fucking stall.
Okay, you saw it bad and just crashed. I don't know how you did it, but guys, welcome to the rules where we tell you guys how to join the show, hang out, do all that kind of shit. With that said, rule number 1: newcomers join the call first. We're all about those fresh, smelling faces people haven't seen in a while or popping on that we haven't seen in once in a while. Like I want to say, Rashad, come back, brother, because I miss calling you cornbread. Like, you guys are one of the people that I want to come back. So with that said, newcomers or people popping on that we haven't seen in a while, please hit us up. Rule number 2: do not talk
Don't call
over each
people who
other.
are black cornbread. Fuck.
Never, because that's an inside joke with the MCA. And it's rude to talk over each other, Nick, because it just ruins audio quality for later viewing pleasure. Rule number 3: please no nudity. Nick tried to explain this a little earlier, but he completely fucked it up like I did with the first rule. So, with that said, keep it inside your pants because we want to stay on the clean YouTubes. Rule number 4: do not give anyone else the link. We have a planned show, believe it or not. That's certain conversations, topics, even some bullshit things we're doing with on the show. So, don't hand out the link because you're gone, and so is the dumbass that clicked it. Rule number 5: read the rules, and Alan, since Alley Girl's in here.
Don't be a dick, motherfuckers.
Yes. Oh man, no. I'm sorry about the whole like confusion about the darkness and the masturbating, but I will say that I do it. So moving on. Tonight, when we talk about, because we're gonna do a couple of things tonight. One being Flex and Chill. We're talking about Skyscraper and Acrimony, where I'm not going to say too much about Acrimony again, but Alan saw Skyscraper, and because of what you feel about Acrimony and our arguments before and what we're going to be leading up to later on, I'm not going to believe the shit you're going to say about Skyscraper, but we're going to see what's going to happen. Did he like it, which means it's bad, or did he not like it, which means it's good?
Well, hey, you guys know the history of me reviewing movies and Nick reviewing movies. Who are you most likely to believe if I say it's good or not?
Alan, I just need to know, at one point, does The Rock take off his fake foot, jump towards the fucking skyscraper, and hit it back into proper position with his fake foot?
That'd be so cool. But I think that's in the trailer, actually.
No, that's not what happens in the movie.
Also,
I'll give a pretty non-spoiler kind of description of the movie. So.
Well, my thing is, like, why does Alan gotta ruin shit with me with his science? Because he sent me a picture. I don't know if it was in the general chat or a personal one, but it was a photo of a skyscraper, and it showed the jump projection of how to get through the window. And the dude completely undershoots it, so he basically is gonna go hit the ground when he gets down close enough.
I'm glad you brought that up. I can't wait to talk about the movie.
Yeah, man. God. So it'll be cool. We'll see what science is going to bring to this, whether it's going to make the movie better or worse. We'll see. And then obviously Acrimony. And then the biggest thing, too. And by the way, if you guys have movies in the chat, if you guys have movies that you want to review, you guys can come on and ask us for a link to the show. And do that through Facebook or Double Toasted PM system. And I'll make sure to get it to you as fast as I possibly can. And mainly to the community questions. When we ask these community questions from you that you guys post on the Mino, which... ask anything, we'll answer it. You guys can answer these questions as well. So if you did ask a question and you come onto the show, we'll actually ask you why you came up with that, and you can give us your opinion on the things you want to get our opinion on. So, moving on. I've been talking up a fucking storm. It's time to talk about other things, and the other things are Extinction with the amazing, very, very funny Michael Pena. He is such a star.
Yeah, I wish the really funny, charismatic, interesting Michael Pena was in this movie. Too bad we just got the... Hi, my life. My name is Fred.
So you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
not charismatic. Like, oh man, like for people that know what this basically, just to explain what the hell Extinction is, some sort of weird shit is happening where Michael Pena is getting some future visits of some bullshit, and he's basically saying that, oh, this is some aliens are gonna come down and attack us and destroy us, type thing. But and it's a basic science fiction plot. One of the characters on Earth gets some sort of premonition of the future. Aliens are going to attack, but because he has some weird connection to it, he's going to be able to stop it. And that's not my problem, because like, hey, I'll watch a generic sci-fi movie if it looks good. I can't get over how bad his acting is in this trailer. It's just like, hey, we got to go now. I'm seeing these visions. Like, I don't know. It's because I just saw Ant-Man, but it's like he was just so uncharismatic in this in any way, shape, or form. Like this trailer. Where it's like when you watch, even End of Watch, where he's not jokey or funny, he seems like he's there, he's in his element. But with this, it's just like, are you sleepwalking through this?
Well, is the camera sleepwalking? I don't know what. Like, dude, you guys probably think this is in the middle of a crossfade. It's not. This is a very dimly lit fucking trailer, and I hope the movie's not in that sense because it looks a lower resolution than it actually is because of how cheaply it's shot. I mean, did they not have a lighting team or something?
I think that's the movie trying to do that, where it's like, okay, we're actually gonna, because it seems like a lot of what we're seeing in the movie is the second half. Because the first half seems to be, it's gonna be hey, living his life, him getting the visions, and then the second half, when everything's being destroyed, that's where you get the dimly lit parts.
Yeah, but even this, that fucking machine thing is barely even this has some kind of light to it. I'm not gonna go into a big old thing about light and everything, people are gonna become Julian, etc. But shit like this, I mean, this is rough right here, y'all. I mean, this is something where it's not even decipherable of where the fuck they are, what's giving out the red things. I mean, obviously there's lights right there, but it's just. This could be stock footage. I mean, that's how bad this is lit. I mean, and shot. I mean, it could be something that they got from some other fucking movie or something. It's really rough.
Yeah, and I'm willing to give anything a chance, but I just can't get over how the main character's acting. He's so bored.
Me personally, I just feel like this kind of story has been done to death already, especially with the last couple of alien invasion movies that we've seen in the past, especially one that ranges from smart with, I think it was The Arrival, where they discover a different language, to the stupid ones. I forget what the movie was, where you basically have this black little thing that was running around the little it was basically the space station. It was the one that everyone thought,
Life?
Yeah, everyone that thought the Venom movie was. And we're kind of seeing a lot of these trends of these invasion movies, and they're all kind of hitting these same kind of certain beats. Even with that scene that you showed earlier with the whole people running, it gave me a lot of the Steven Spielberg War of the Worlds vibe. And yeah, I'm kind of done with these alien invasion movies. They don't really do it for me anymore, because they all go back to either we're gonna do an Independence Day ending where the humans somehow survive and win, or it's they're gonna go with a aliens kind of movie where it's like deep thought-provoking ending that we don't know if the character survived or not.
Which,
Oh,
you know,
God,
that'd be
that's
good
stupid
too.
bullshit,
That'd be
yeah.
something that I would say, you know, that's good if they do that because they're trying to do something admirable and not just have it completely action type. Like, if you add emotion to something like this, even if it's like a lot of other things, like I think that's still pretty cool. But then you get somebody like Michael Pena, where we just saw something where he's doing. I mean, dude, this is a comedy guy. This is not his thing. You're trying to make him be serious, right? Like 2
But
weeks
he's
after.
been serious though. End of Watch, he was a pretty serious guy, and that movie's pretty serious. Like, there's a lot of fucking hardcore shit going on in that movie. So it's like, where did you just like give him a fucking Ritalin shot beforehand? Because like, I'll say this, like, I'll watch just about anything. So it's like seeing this, I'm like, this could be okay. I know what ganja means, where it could be kind of generic, but I'm like, I watch a lot of shit that could be considered generic, but if it's interesting, I'll continue watching it. But I can't sit there if the main character doesn't even want to be there.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
like,
and I'm
hard to
curious about these
concentrate.
other characters. I mean, there's this dude in here, you know, like for one, families are being destroyed. I want to see if like they get to know the family before the shit actually goes down. But
How much you want to bet they're having marital problems and about to get a divorce?
oh, for sure. But like even this, like there's these characters. Well, yeah, there you go. They're already fighting there. But like this dude, I'm actually wondering, like, okay, is he gonna be somebody who's his friend?
Do you know who that is?
No.
Guess.
Well, I mean, if it's a black
someone
dude, so
you-
holy shit.
it's
Like I'm
someone
gonna
you-
sound bad if I get it wrong.
LeBron James.
No, it's someone you hate from Netflix.
No, not Mike Coulter.
Yeah, that's my Coulter.
No, God, no. No, I don't even believe
I
you.
saw
Hold on.
that too. Like, I know it shows it. Yeah, it shows his face. That's my Coulter.
Oh, fuck.
If I'm wrong,
shit.
holy shit, that'd be bad. But I'm pretty sure that's like.
Sweet Christmas.
Okay, so obviously people, because I mean the thing is, like, Alan got the show right today. I'm gonna be completely transparent. Alan did everything. Anything at this show is very, very good. This is Alan's fault. But the thing is because of this, I did not watch this trailer, nor did I give a fuck about goddamn Scarlett Johansson and these things. And I'm looking at this and I was like, oh, it's gonna be kind of cool. You know, he got this other character. Maybe he's gonna be like his friend or something. Maybe they're not gonna do the whole corporate people are assholes thing. And then I see Mike Coulter, and I'm like, no matter what fucking happens, no matter what happens, this will be shit. I'm sorry if Julian's mad at me saying it looks good, Nick, because it's fucking art, bro.
Man, he says that about every. It really says that to any trailer. It looks good.
Yeah, there's no way. Mike Coulter is incapable of doing anything fucking okay.
Well, even besides
This
you,
fucking
you guys hate.
And by the way, I
Mike
did 100%
Coulter.
fact check for people that are wondering if I'm crazy. That is 100% Mike Coulter. But I'll like again, and Ganja can continue to this. I think he was fine in the second half of Luke Cage.
My thing is, like, you guys are just giving this trailer like a bunch of shit. Like, honestly, yeah, it seems kind of boring. It's going on more of that generic, like, kind of alien invasion route. But like, it's nothing we haven't seen before, so I don't get the extreme hate for it. It seems like it's going to be one of those generic alien invasion movies that's probably going to not even go past a matinee.
Okay, but like just because it's a generic premise doesn't mean it can't be good or bad. I mean, like there are a lot of good parts of to Edge of Tomorrow. I just think that Tom Cruise was bad for the lead
Well, I'm
role
not talking
of
about
this.
the premise. I'm talking about the way the trailer is showing how they're going to do their premise.
Yeah, but it looks
Okay.
again, it's an alien invasion movie, which means of course they're going to have a generic ending to it. I'll agree with that. But as far as the actual movie itself, it's fine. But the lead character has to sell you on the movie to a certain degree. Like, and I don't think this does. I think this honestly does the opposite
This
of like.
sell you right here.
Might as well be Ryan Gosling from the last movie I fucking yelled at, where he's just staring at the screen.
Yeah. And by the way, you know, I'll be honest. I kind of want to watch this with Julian because I want to see his reaction when this dude comes up on screen. He's like, "Dude, he's fucking asleep, bro. Like he's fucking thinking and shit, man."
Look how this movie has the balls to stop. Julian, I think it froze. No. It's the art of the movie. It's frozen, dude. No.
Julian, I'm sorry. It was like, fuck. You say it looks good. Like, you know what? It looks relaxing. I'll give you
It looks
that.
fine. I just again, when you look at these disaster movies, you got to look at who you're going to be following the whole time.
Yeah, man. Like, a trailer's supposed to sell you and whatnot, and then it's like, you know, what you're gonna sell me is that this boy's sleeping and he's doing born shit. Like, okay, I mean, I can't wait to see this film, you know, but we'll see. I mean, and you know, it takes balls. I'll give it that. It takes balls to literally show dudes falling asleep and just boring shit and boring dialogue and dimly lit fucking things because you're being honest about your movie. And because of that, I'm not going to go into this and say, like, oh, I expect this really great film that's as good as Life or fucking Arrival or whatever, because it's not trying to sell itself in that sense. So that's pretty cool. I dig that. Julian saying, how is that not a well-framed shot, Nick? Wait, like, you mean like for, like, Twitter? Like, yeah, its face is in the middle. Like, that's kind of how
That's definitely a great selfie.
Yeah, like I mean, like well framed.
It's
like
fine. Like it's fine.
No, he's right. Like it's well framed, but like he's that I mean, I don't have to go to film school for that shit. I mean, if you think that that's something that you know because you went to film school, I got news for you, buddy. That's not good. I mean, that just look, But yeah, I think it looks okay in that sense. I think the cinematography looks cheap but okay for what it is. But it's gonna be on Netflix, and you, Alan, and Ganja, you guys hated Anon. I mean, I remember even Ganja was like, dude, this is bullshit. Just a bunch of sex scenes with that fucking bitch and blah, blah, blah. So,
it was just boring. Man.
Yeah, it was boring.
Like, honestly, like, I can't think of a lot of Netflix. I honestly can't think, off the top of my head, I cannot think of a single Netflix movie that I say, oh, yo, go check it out. Like, it's either terrible or just not that good.
Yeah. And, and we still haven't seen the tie-in yet. That's something we gotta watch. And Altered Carbon, I feel like that almost counts as a movie.
Dope.
Yeah.
It's so dope.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens though. I mean, would you watch this right when it comes out?
Me personally, I'm not gonna watch because I've really kind of avoided a lot of the Netflix movies. And Julian's talking about like they should just ruin the movie before we watch it. Yeah, I get that sentiment that the trailer shouldn't show everything, Julian, but like the trailer, like it just shows like a lot of the artsy stuff, and the stuff that it shows is very generic for alien invasion movies. That you just have a scene by scene with other kinds of trailers that try to show off, like, hey, check out how cool our technology is for the aliens. And honestly, I have no interest to see this film.
Yeah, like the stuff they're showing that people run down the corridor, like you can take that scene, like if it was tangible, you could take that and put it in the 28 Weeks Later box, and it fits. You could take it out and put it in the Children of Man box. You can take it anywhere. I mean, it's so interchangeable with any other product out there, and that's why this looks like shit. I mean, not like shit. It doesn't look as great. Moving on, though. Scarlett Johansson drops out of the trans role in Rub and Tug, I guess because of people's complaints about her being a trans woman. One thing I will say, I think I have the reason why. And I don't know if this is the reason why in the article or anything, Alan. But my reason, I think what it is the fact that this girl already appropriated fucking Asians in Ghost in the Shell. And are like, now you're going to start having a dig too, you fucking bitch? Like, why is she the go-to for appropriating people?
Because she's one of the, like, A-list women that could sell a movie right now. And unlike Jennifer Lawrence, the movies actually make money.
Well, that's not Jennifer Lawrence's fault, though. I mean, Darren Aronofsky, he's the one who was
your
like,
sexism is showing.
It's Darren Aronofsky, yeah. What about the last movie, Trespassers, which got almost universally hated?
Oh,
because it almost... Yeah, sorry, what did I say? Trespassers, my bad.
Yeah.
Passengers, it's like the last 3 or 4 Resident Evil, Jesus Christ, Jennifer Lawrence movies have honestly just kind of either been universally panned or just not made very much money, whereas everything Scarlett Johansson is in has made a lot of money. Even the dumb shit like fucking Lucy still made a fuck ton of money.
But Jennifer Lawrence did.
Yeah, and just saying that Black Widow got its movie because again, Scarlett Johansson could sell a movie with her face alone. The thing is, for people that don't know exactly what's going on with this, there is this movie about a trans person. I believe it's a woman going towards a man, if I remember correctly. It was kind of hard to find information on the actual plot of this versus people just yelling at it. Mm-hmm. But basically what it is Scarlett Johansson, the titular role, woman becomes a man. And people were just losing their mind because they're like, why are we getting somebody that's not trans playing a trans role? And it was going everywhere. People were yelling. I was like, whatever. They did the same thing with Ghost in the Shell. And I kind of just brushed it off until she's like, I'm going to exit. I'm like, okay. That's something you don't really hear of because most of the time they just deal with this shit. Like the actors just deal with this. But I think like Nick, to a certain degree, you have a point. It's like she was getting yelled at for so much for Ghost in the Shell, and that one you can argue. You can straight argue that the fucking creator said that the main character is not Asian. So it's like there's almost something there. But with this, it's like either this is I'm not sure if this is a fucking biopic of an actual person, or even if it isn't, it's like. I can see why a lot of people would be getting mad at this kind of thing of someone that's not trans playing a trans role. I can see where it's like there's no real argument in this one.
Yeah, and I mean I kind of agree with you in that sense too. Other than the fact that it's like it is kind of weird that she just had some bad shit happen with Ghost in the Shell. She just had not so many, and then people were actually on her ass too. Or no, I think it was Charlize Theron. Who was in Atomic Blonde?
Yeah, Charlize Theron. Yeah,
okay,
wait.
Then I was wrong. Then my bad. I was gonna say it was Scarlett, but I fucked up.
No.
The thing is, just like at this point, it's like they gotta stop like doing shit where like they're appropriating something or they're being overpowered in something or they're doing because it's like you get the dudes who are gonna hate on women no matter what. I mean, dudes were complaining about like, oh, we're trying to make a female James Bond. This is some bullshit.
Fuck you. Does everyone forget I gave a glowing review to Ocean's 8?
Wait, hold on, wait. Because Ganja's coughs are actually very realistic. I thought he was actually really coughing.
No. I was saying Alan.
No, Alan thinks You thought Atomic Blonde was bad because the girls going around being a fuck out dude?
No, I love Atomic Blonde. The movie's great.
Okay, shit. Well, at least Alan got to defend himself. I mean,
I made a joke and Nick was like, "Really? You're an asshole that much?"
yeah, no, I'm about to say because like,
This is way too familiar. Jesus Christ.
well, no, because Alan said it worse. He said he didn't like Jurassic World more than some other movie because Jurassic World tried. I'm like, what the fuck? So
That's I was gonna say that's a different fucking movie. And I like fucking not Brie, who the hell? Oh god, Bryce Dallas Howard. I keep forgetting her name, but yeah, I liked her in Jurassic Fallen Kingdom.
yeah, I liked her in the first one too. I think her character sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. But and Charlize Theron, I'm sorry, like she's done great shit, but Atomic Blonde wasn't so great. But
I
then
like
again,
Atomic Blonde.
yeah, and I'm sorry, y'all, but like even me, and I hate to be, I'm not trying to be like those assholes on the internet. Those dudes are like, oh, women can't do this, but it's like the girl's like, help me, but yeah, she's beating a fuck out of big ass dudes all the
Did
time.
you watch the movie?
Yeah, like there's a part like in the elevator scene when they're actually up on the second floor, and the dudes are going after her, and she's very victimized. But the thing is, every time there's a
You
point,
didn't watch the movie then, because she's basically beating the shit out of them, but she's having
that's what I
trouble
was gonna go
guess.
to. Yeah. That's about to go to. Like the music's like, oh my god, danger zone. Like it's a girl by herself with all these fucking dudes and these hitmen. But yet I can't feel for her situation because it's not like a situation like when you have a girl in a room with a bunch of dudes trying to kill her. It's like, oh my god, like that's really scary. Like, oh man, I hope she gets out there. It's very, very, oh my god. But when she's like a fucking machine and she's beating everybody's ass, she might as well be Arnold. I don't give a fuck if she's a girl.
But no, again, that's what I gotta ask if you watch the movie, because when you see that sequence, she's getting stabbed. I'm pretty sure she gets shot. She gets stabbed.
Yeah.
She gets hit in the head multiple times.
Listen
she's
to what you're saying.
bleeding.
That's ridiculous, dude.
It's not ridiculous because she's basically having trouble dealing with two people in a room. This isn't something like John Wick where he's able to take out like 10 guys in a room. This is a situation like almost as realistic as they can get in this really stylized movie to get a situation where it's like anybody would have a tough time dealing with this situation. And she uses her craftiness and the room itself to get out of that fight. I love that fight sequence because of the fact that it's like it's craftiness, especially with the car chase that happens afterwards. Like she's bleeding all over the place. Like she could have died at any second in that, and that's why I like that movie.
Yeah, but like then we get something like with Scarlett Johansson, where like in Ghost in the Shell, and I'm sorry for bringing up old shit again too, because I mean obviously we're supposed to be talking about new shit, but it's like with Ghost in the Shell, you had a situation where she is a star right when the movie starts. I don't get any chance to get to know Scarlett Johansson as an actress or get to know her character in Ghost in the Shell. Only thing I know is that this is Ghost in the Shell, like the anime, and right away the movie's like she's fucking great. She's like a female Steven Seagal. It's like Steven Seagal, if he's in a new movie, there doesn't need to be character development. It's Steven Seagal. He can just punch a fucking giraffe and it knocks out, and it's like, oh, I understand.
I'll give Ghost in the Shell one thing. It's a literal carbon copy of the fucking anime, and the anime does the exact same thing.
Yeah. By the way, Bob Lep Cedric, he says, what's your rating for it then, Alan? For Ghost in the Shell and the Charlize Theron movie, Atomic Blonde. Okay,
Ghost in the Shell, I think it's some old bullshit because it's just as boring as the original anime, and there's honestly nothing new added in the new one. Mm-hmm. So it's like there's just nothing there. It's some old bullshit of avoid it. As far as Atomic Blonde, I think Atomic Blonde would have been much better as a television show because there's so much interesting stuff with the characters in the world. It's set in Berlin right before the wall falls, so there's a lot of cool stuff that's going on in the background. It's super stylized, and the action is great. Like there's not a lot of action in it, but the action is amazing. So honestly, I'd give it a high rental. Because like if you find this thing like on Netflix or if you're able to just get a TPV, you'll have a great time with it. It's a short movie and it's really, really well done. So definitely. I definitely recommend watching Atomic Blonde over Ghost in the Shell.
Damn, you think Jet like lost money to Scarlett Johansson as director of fucking Ghost in the Shell because she is just going off in the chat.
Ghost in the Shell can go fuck himself as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I think there's something she does care about, and it's like I'm actually curious. And I was looking this up, people. Like I'm not even joking. I'm over here while Alan's talking. I'm like doing my research over here and shit. So much goddamn things to do. But I'm going to say his name. I was trying to look up how to say it, but is it Robert Redford, the guy who played a trans person?
Robert Redford? I thought...
You said Robert Redford wrong, but you got the name incorrect for the guy who played a trans person.
Okay, what's his name?
I think it was Jared Leto. If it wasn't Jared Leto, it was that one dude that's British that Allie loves the shit out of.
Yeah, I know Alan likes him too, so it's like trying to remember who the fuck is.
No, Allie loves him too. The one that was the doctor, I think.
Oh, yeah. See, and that's the Redford character, I think.
Oh, yeah, the Danish girl. Yeah,
the Danish girl. Yes, thank you. What's his?
That's not Robert. I don't think that's Robert Redford. That's I know who that guy is, and I hate him.
Okay. Well, let me see who is this. So we give you guys some idea of what we're talking about here.
I only know him by the movie because we call him Dunkirk now.
It's Eddie Redmayne.
There you go.
Eddie Redmayne.
Robert Redford is the villain of Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and but no, like here we go. I'm gonna show this on screen now. Sorry about the unprofessional.
And fuck you, Eddie Redmayne. I fucking hate you so much.
But here, the Danish Girl. Thank you for saying the Danish Girl, because that's literally what I was trying to say actually. But Eddie Redmayne, he plays a character, and I was almost like, okay, why the fuck are they doing this in a sense? Like, I thought that was a little disrespectful in a sense. I know that's what it's about, and blah blah blah. Like, that's cool, but it's
you were right with Jared Leto. I think Jared Leto played a trans person and got an Oscar or a nomination for it.
Well, isn't a Danish Girl about transgender?
Oh yeah, but this has been done. The point is, this has been done in Hollywood before, and it's not that people are okay with. It's one of those things where it's like, those movies are made like. Oh, actually, it was 2015. Damn, that's early. I was gonna say it's like a lot of the time it's like, people. Anyway, I've been hearing random knocking above me. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, Hollywood doesn't give a shit about representation as long as it sells. So they'll put Scarlett Johansson on the front of anything because her face sells movies. Eddie Redmayne apparently sells movies too. Jared Leto sells movies. So it's less about them trying to get rid of diversity, and it's more about what do people go to the movie theaters to watch. So they'll put the person's face of the movie they're going to sell. And that's what it is. Even Oscar bait art movies, they're still trying to sell. They're still trying to use an actor to sell the movie, because at the end of the day, movies are products. They're to be sold. They're made so that people can go out and purchase them to make that back the budget, so that you can pay all the people that were working hard to make this movie or this product exist.
Yeah. So I mean, I get that too. I mean, I'm not mad, and I'm not confused as to why people are mad. But it's like, if you guys are gonna choose now to complain about this, you should have been doing this whole fucking time.
Yeah, they probably have. It's just this is one of the few times people listen. I mean, they were doing it was an uproar for Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah. So, but I mean, aside from this stuff, like, we'll move on to the next theme. But Ganja, I'm gonna get your opinion on this. Like, are you upset about this kind of thing, or not really?
I'm split, because I do agree with Jet to a certain extent that they should be hiring trans actors for trans parts, because there are a lot of people within that community that are trying to do acting, and it's kind of like has to ask if you're not going to do a real casting call to get those people, because you can do a casting call for anything in Hollywood and anybody will fucking show up. You can have a very fucking specific, and you'll have 1,000 people be outside in a row. Like, I don't want to hear that shit, because everyone's trying to live the Hollywood dream out there. So anytime there's a casting call specific to them, they'll run to it. But when it comes to, like, the idea of, like, yeah, Alan is kind of right, because recently the movie that I liked that was an Oscar winner recently with Gary Oldman, I don't think that movie would have sold if they just had a random actor that could just play fucking Winston Churchill perfect, maybe even more than Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman sold that movie.
Exactly. So, like, without Gary Oldman, that movie probably wouldn't have been pushed as hard, because it was one of the movies that he dedicated to, and not only that, because he had the name and he had the Oscar recognition, so it was able to be pushed to a higher threshold. Whereas a lot of these films, especially when they do these art house films about homosexuality or like by I guess different type of lifestyles more than the mainstream America, they always tend to try to get the most best actors that are well known. Hell, even Moonlight try to get the most best black actors they can get for that scene, and same thing with Black Panther, because they want to make sure the product sells a lot harder than getting a bunch of no names to try to push a product. So that's kind of one of the tricky things. Is I think Hollywood should push towards now getting more trans people in these parts and LGBT folks for LGBT roles. But when it comes down to it, they're always, because of, like Ruthless said earlier, and how it's always come back, because capitalism, you have to sell the higher brand because that increases your market value. And at the end of the day, a lot of these production houses are corporations or corporate owned, and they're going to look at the bottom line and try to make money. And if that means skipping over the people that are actually supposed to be portrayed in these films, they'll do it. How many times do you see Puerto Ricans that are supposed to be Native Americans? They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, and she'll be fine. I mean, right now she's doing Avengers 4 Endgame or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, she's the most highest, but she's one of the highest paid actresses in Hollywood. She could sell any movie at all, and it'll go there.
Like, it's not like she's got bad blood, like what's her name? That's always in the Iron Man movies, the one that plays.
God, what the? I don't. Who cares?
Jennifer Heigl or
Jennifer Heigl? That's a different woman.
You just man, that is like two different actresses you just combined.
No, I know. Like, what was it? What's her fucking? God damn it!
I don't know her name. I just know she's an asshole.
Wait, Gwyneth Paltrow?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, bitch.
Scarlett Johansson's not like Gwyneth Paltrow, where she completely acts like she's above people and trying to push her stuff on it. Because Scarlett's just trying to be an actress.
Yeah, exactly. I like how Julian's like, Scarface! I don't know where that came
from. Why?
Yeah, Katherine Heigl. Thank you, Ruthless. And
Katherine
Heigl.
Heigl. I told you that too. Katherine Heigl. She was with that movie with Seth Rogen.
Knocked Up.
Like Due Date or Expected or some shit.
Yeah, it was Knocked Up, and she was mad
Knocked
because
Up,
of how they portrayed her character, and like, no woman would ever go through this. Welcome to America, sweetheart. Like, fucking. Really?
Jennifer. I'm curious. We got the Katherine Heigl part. Were we trying to say Jennifer Aniston?
Shut up. I was thinking.
Were we trying to say Jennifer Aniston or Jennifer? Like, what were we trying to say
like,
for the Jennifer part?
I was thinking of Jennifer Hudson and Katherine Heigl put together.
Jennifer Hudson.
A multi-racial fucked up comment. But thank you.
Oh,
Moving on, you fucking assholes.
You suck.
Oh, racial.
Yeah, of course, yes. Wait, hold on. Oh, Julian's saying Al Pacino played a Cuban. You know what? Yeah, that was kind of...
That was the thing at the time, too. But again, who are you going to tell? Well, Al Pacino can't be the head of a movie? Like, go fuck yourself, buddy.
Julian, as someone who grew up in South Florida, listening right now, the Cubans that aren't into that lifestyle, they really hate that fucking character.
Who the fuck you think you are? Tell me who to play. Like, dude, no one's gonna tell Al Pacino what the fuck to do.
Yeah,
especially back then, right after Godfather 2. Fuck you.
The prime of his career. You can put that man in anything, it'll fucking tell.
That man would put on blackface.
Yeah, and his performance proved that it worked. I mean, Scarface is literally one of the best fucking movies and one of the best characters.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Almost anybody I know, and that's like the favorite movie.
Yeah, I fucking love that movie. But anyways, guess what? Speaking of movies, it's Flex and Chill, folks. God damn it, shit, fuck. So
what?
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Don't ask me questions, Alan. Come on, what's your problem?
Somebody has to.
But here we go. We are going to start the fade, la la la. And Alan has his shirt on. He's yawning already, but we're gonna wake your ass up with a big old discussion because actually we'll wait for this afterwards. What are your thoughts on Skyscraper?
It was tall.
It was tall? You stupid. No, I don't like that joke. I don't like that joke at all, Alan.
Yeah, neither did I. I thought I had more to go with it.
Yeah.
But anyway. Basically, yeah, I mean, not much to say outside the trailers, but as far as the actual movie itself, it was surprisingly alright. I thought it'd be way dumber than it was, and it's dumb, don't get me wrong. But it's one of those things, I expected it to be a lot slower than it actually was, because like as soon as this movie starts, it does its setup, it does everything you need to know, the family's there, he loves his kids, they explain the leg thing, there's a lot of stuff that goes on, they explain why he's there and all that shit, like you expected a typical either disaster movie or just a movie like this. But then when the movie starts, it started in a way that I was like, I expected this movie to be a lot slower. I did. I thought this was going to be just a carbon copy of Die Hard. But, like, this movie's short, and when it actually starts rolling, it doesn't stop. As soon as the first thing happens, I was like, oh, you're actually doing this right now? I didn't expect this for another 15 minutes. And then it just starts, it keeps going, and it's one of those things where I just kind of like the adventure. Because most of this movie, it's funny, this movie's called Skyscraper, I'd say for the first half of this movie, there's a portion where he's doing his job, but when the whole event starts happening, there's a like 10-minute sequence of him trying to get into the skyscraper, and that's what most of the trailers show. And I kind of like that sequence a lot because to bring up what Gandhi said earlier about the whole trajectory thing, I thought that would be like I was wondering like how are they gonna do this with the movie because you know how sometimes they change stuff in movies from trailers. We've seen that a lot, and this movie spent a long time getting the crane set up. And I don't know if this is gonna be considered a spoiler, and if it is, I'm sorry, but the only way I could talk about this. But when he extends the crane, it's like limit, and you can see it's like shit. That's not gonna make it. So what he does is there's a hook on the bottom, and he starts like kind of setting it back and forth to get the hook to hook in. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna swing through, or I'm not gonna swing through. I'm gonna climb on the hook and get inside the building. But the problem is it fucks up and falls off. So he's looking at that, and people are right behind him. He's like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna try. Runs, jumps. Barely makes it. Like he makes it slips, but then is able to kind of climb up. So it's like that whole thing of him fucking up. It's like, yeah, they push that a little bit, but they do focus in the movie. It's like, wow, he almost doesn't make it a lot of the time.
Now I'm sorry, and this is not going to be me saying that your review is wrong or anything, but this is why I'm mad. Okay.
What's up?
There is no fucking possible fucking goddamn way. Look how far that is. He touches it.
Okay. The movie, and I think that's the
fuck?
problem with the perspective of how the movie works, because like the camera shots are so weird and wild that it just extends. It's a whole depth perception thing of like you're not really sure how far away this is because they have a shot of him looking straight, and I was looking going, yeah, I think you can make it, buddy. Like even I was like, when you see the movie, there's a straight shot of it. There's a straight shot of it, and you're like, yeah, maybe he can make it. But the side view makes it look like it's actually longer than it is because of just how they're zooming and panning. So it's like when you actually sit down and watch the movie, it's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, but they do some stuff. Obviously, this is a movie. He's not just gonna die there and the movie's over.
No,
But
true,
how they
but
kind of
don't
do it, it's
go
like
so
he is
fucking
like the
far.
lucky. What's up?
No, but it's, like, it's true, but don't go so fucking far. Like, they did this in Baywatch, and Baywatch is like, okay, you know what, we're gonna make fun of Michael Bay movies, we're gonna do this stupid shit. Like, and I'm telling people, I'm not saying I like fucking Baywatch, okay? But it's like, if you're going there to, like, I wonder what this very funny comedy is gonna be, it's like, you're a fucking moron, like, right?
Yeah.
But this is like, I mean, I guess you'll talk about this in your review and everything, but it's like in the trailers, all 3 trailers, there's not one trailer that's like, we're having fun. Every trailer is, man, I gotta get to my kids. Oh, my wife, she's stuck in there. I gotta get over there.
And yeah, I know what you mean, but like one of the things, like, okay, if you can get past that scene, because again, when I was watching the movie, that's the scene I guess I was paying the most attention to, because that was the one in the trailers more. And I'm like, you know what? I'll give this movie this. I've seen more serious movies do kind of get away with dumber stuff. Like, again, I'm not trying to shit on Die Hard in any single way, but when he falls down an elevator shaft and lands like this with his fingers, it's like, you know what? I was like, yeah, whatever, continue on. It's a movie. The movie needs to exist. And this movie does something similar to that. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm okay with some of the stuff that happens in Die Hard 1 and 2, I can let this movie continue. But as soon as that happens and he gets inside, it's one of those things where it's constantly going. The movie never really feels the need to slow down. It's one of those things where what I appreciated the most about it is it's not a remake of Die Hard. It has Die Hard elements in it, of course. It's one of those things where it's like if Die Hard was a checklist of 10, this hits like 3 or 4.
Okay.
It doesn't have a situation where he's on the phone talking to his, cop buddy for 20 minutes. It doesn't have a situation where Hans Gruber is talking to the main bad guy about the exact same thing. But there are certain elements about that. There are certain stuff. And this movie loves it. If this movie feels like a 90s movie, because it loves how big the building is. It loves how destroying the building, all that shit. But it's one of those things where it's like, I like continuing it. And one of the things I didn't think I'd like is you see the generic family. Generic woman that's dealing with the 2 generic kids that love their father in the most generic way possible. And not that there's going to be some BS of like, the Jurassic Park movies where it's like the kids are annoying. But I'm like, they barely use the kids. But when they do, the kids are actually like, they do enough for the movie for you to actually kind of care. Because like at one point, one of the kids, of course he has asthma because, he's going to be in a burning building and that's going to suck. But how they deal with it, how the kid deals with it, how the mom deals with it. It's like, wow, they actually continue on. And then this movie does some cool stuff. They make the woman really capable of defending herself. So when she actually is in situations, because there's a situation where somebody comes up and tries to attack her, and she's sacrificing herself to, like, she's risking her life to save her family. Like, okay, they actually make it so that it's not just, oh, I'm the Rock, I'm going to save everyone. It's more of like they're all working together to save each other. And I think that's probably what I liked about the movie the most, is everybody in the movie had a role. There was nobody's role. Nobody was wasted in this movie. There's nobody that's like, oh, why the hell's that guy there? That guy's there for a reason. That guy's there for a reason. That guy's there for a reason. Every single person in this movie is here for a reason. This movie is short. It's under 2 hours. So it does everything it needs to do in a short amount of time. But it's also unremarkable outside of if you like really cool visual effects. There's a lot of good stuff in this, but nothing more than just to kind of go, it was okay. It was fine. There was nothing egregiously bad if you can get past the crane thing. There's nothing amazing. But, and I have to talk about spoilers for this, so I'll put a spoiler warning.
I don't have that screen, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. Spoiler right now for the climax of this movie, and I'll only say this. It is the dumbest climax I've seen in a while, to the extent where the best way to describe it is it's a fucking house of mirrors. That is the climax of this movie. It is a fight in a house of mirrors. And it's just like,
and that's just like a Steven Seagal movie, and
Yeah, I've seen that shit.
like Hard to Kill. Have you seen Hard to Kill?
I've only watched one Steven Seagal movie. That was Under Siege.
I know what you're talking about, Nick. Where he walks into the thing, and every 5 minutes he'll break a glass with one.
Yeah, dude. It's that. So it's like as much as it does that, But that to me, it's like, and spoiler, that to me is like the climax. Like, kind of like, I'm just like, I'm not really feeling this. But again, the movie itself, it's really well done for what it's trying to do. But I can't sit there and be like, yo, go pay any money for it. Honestly, I almost want to go with avoid it. And it's one of those things where, as much as it has a lot of similarities to Die Hard, like Julian's yelling at me in the chat, it's not a beat-for-beat remake of Die Hard. It doesn't have the whole helicopter scene with a bunch of FBI agents dying. And Rock goes, well, I guess we need more Hong Kong PD. It doesn't have a Hans Gruber, being suave and talking the whole time. It doesn't have those memorable moments of Die Hard. It just has some elements of it. If you want a movie more closely related to this, it's more closely related to Olympus Has Fallen than a Die Hard movie.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
It feels very like a PG-13 kind of version. They get away with some stuff, actually. But at the end of it, I have to go with an avoid it because I really think that it's unremarkable. Outside of the good CG, it's an unremarkable movie.
Okay, now, moving on. Well, not even moving on, but I will say, just to respond to Julian over here, too, because he's saying we're going to watch this in the after hours, and I bet we'll find 50 similarities to Die Hard. Honestly, we will, but with a lot of movies. I can give you 50 similarities to the Freddy Krueger movies in Die Hard. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but Die Hard inspired a lot of the stuff that happens in those other movies. But like, you're gonna point out a scene and be like, "Hey, that's like Die Hard." But when I say something like it takes bits and pieces, I'm talking about the memorable, like iconic shots of Die Hard. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, which, you know, cinematography is not like Die Hard, but the actual, like, I guess, template of action film is like Die Hard. But the thing is, like, Die Hard set a template for action movies in general.
For decades.
You know, it's like when horror movies have the thing where it's like it's the last girl, and it's like
Die
Hard, it's the last guy. You know,
it's the one guy that's fighting up a bunch of terrorists, and he has to be kind of scrappy and hiding around. And yeah, the movie does that 100%. But and when I was looking at this, I expected there to be a bunch of guys, a bunch of FBI agents and helicopters crashing. I expected the cop on the phone. I expected, you know, the whole him walking on glass at some point. Oh, by the way, that whole leg thing barely comes into question.
really?
Like,
Okay.
What?
It's like there's one sequence where he kind of has to adjust it because when he's climbing, it kind of gets a little messed up, but he fixes it up. But it's like, it might as well have not been that.
I'm mad because I was wanting this to be a scene like he takes his shoes off and it has the one fake foot, and like he just forgets it's a fake foot, and you see him just walk through glass. He's like, "Oh my god, ow, 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 ow."
Yeah.
Like I wanted like complete Die Hard rips with this one fake foot.
It doesn't have that. So if you're expecting a Die Hard ripoff, it's not a Die Hard ripoff.
or him just using it to hit somebody with it at one point.
Nope, doesn't do that either. I think at one point during a fight, it gets kicked off and he kind of hobbles over and still beats the guy.
And this is the thing,
That's the best he got.
That's fucked up.
That Madman Mars in the chat would probably like it. Gary, you probably enjoy this, but it's like this reminds me of something where even though it was ridiculous and honestly very bad, I would give it a fucking avoid it. But like it's like Planet Terror. Have you ever seen Planet Terror?
Nah, I heard so many bad things about it. I avoided it.
Yeah, and by the way, it's with Bruce Willis, so haha, Die Hard. But anyways, it's zombie apocalypse happens, whatever the fuck, and there's a stripper who wants to be a stand-up comedian. That's her dream, to be a stand-up comedian.
Oh yeah, is that the one with the machine gun for a leg?
Yep. And somehow she gets her leg bit. The guy chops it off, and then she has a machine gun, and it's ridiculous, right? But the thing is, the movie it understands what it is, and it's like, you know what, we're gonna try our best to use this whole dumb decision to cut her fucking leg and put a gun there. We're actually gonna use this fucking thing, as dumb as it is, all the way. And they respect it. They respect the fact that we gotta use this fucking gun, like, and they explain how it works. They explain how she's able to shoot motherfuckers. There's even a part where she reloads it, you know. And there's so much shit going on, and it's a horrible movie, and it's a horrible segment, purpose, blah blah blah, the whole fucking thing. But you get this movie, Skyscraper, and it's like he doesn't even use the fucking leg, and it's like I'm going through shit where like this motherfucker is flying through the air to get onto this building, and yes, I can't get over that. I'm sorry, but like I'm.
Hey,
so
if
sick
you
of
can't, you need to, because the movie sets it up pretty well and executes it decently, and then moves on.
Yeah, and we'll see, but it's like when something like that happens, and it's like, and by the way too, it's already bad with just two legs. The motherfucker has one fucking leg, and he's running like normal, Alan. He's
My
running like
God,
he's
how many times I
Arnold.
gotta tell you? And by the way, the movie does showcase how much of his leg is gone. It's like it's like the foot and above the ankle he doesn't have, and
you
it's like,
can't run like that.
yeah, you can. A lot of prosthetics do that. Olympic athletes have prosthetics.
No, I'm sorry. This is not fucking Black Ops 3 story mode, motherfucker. Like, no, this is bullshit. Like,
It's not a mechanical leg. It's a regular leg with a pivot on it. You can do that, dude.
well, then why did he even do it then? If it's like normal, then just give him two fucking legs. God damn,
Oh my God.
there's no
People have these kinds of disabilities in real life, Nick.
No, I realize
People play
that. But if they
basketball
but in the
with
movie,
one leg.
It's not used for anything. You even admitted it in your review.
And
It's
you're
like,
right, but you're yelling at something completely different. You didn't watch the movie, Mr. Zarian. You're yelling at something completely
no,
different.
true, but it's like, I'm like right now. What I'm yelling about is the fact that like this dude, The Rock, is already amazing. He's amazing, Alan. And here's the thing: spoiler alert, people.
I know you want to fuck him, but let it go.
Spoiler alert. I haven't seen it. The Rock lives and saves a family. Am I wrong?
Oh my God! You can't sit there and be like, I'm the most omniscient. It's an action movie.
But
You
okay,
can
let me
sit
just
there
ask
for like
you,
the last
Rock-
10,
does The
15
Rock live
action
and
movies.
does
Who
the family live?
cares?
Does The Rock live and does the family live?
Yeah. So what?
Yeah, of course.
Woo, Mr.
fucking
Oh wow, I'm so
lame.
omniscient because of this lighthearted action movie. I told the ending. It's like, yeah, because that's a template of these movies.
Yeah, that's some
If
bullshit.
you're expecting people to die in this, you're watching this movie for the wrong reasons. It's a spectacle. It's the survivability. Yeah, of course, a person makes it, but how do they make it? That's why people watch this movie. There are 5 Die Hard movies. we're pretty sure Bruce Willis isn't gonna die by the end of any of these.
Man,
we
we're
Die
just
Hard
on
3?
we're just on the skyscraper movie, and y'all are about to kill each other. I can't wait for the next one.
No, but like Die Hard
like-
3. Die Hard 3 with the Vengeance. That's when shit gets ridiculous, where it's bombs everywhere.
Oh, Die Hard 2 was ridiculous. You're telling me the ejection scene with the grenades was it the cartooniest thing you've seen in forever?
No,
It
not
literally
really.
pans to the camera going, "Ah."
No, it was done in a silly way, but the story and
Fuck
how
you,
everything's
that was some
happening.
stupid bullshit. You know
I'm
it.
sorry, but like then we get to like Live Free or Die Hard. Everyone's like, everyone's complaining about Live Free or Die Hard, and I'm like, dude,
And that movie's dumb.
no, there's a reasons why that he's
He
able to survive in
tapped
a
into the
bus
fucking
when the
jet.
plane's chasing after him, and when the plane's chasing after him, dude, if you're in the freeway and there's a bunch of fucking crosses,
Hey,
and he's,
that fucking jet sequence when he's in the fucking truck and it's shooting at him is the most amazing sequence I've seen in an action movie to the date. That is amazing, but it's still ridiculously stupid when he's literally walking on the jet. Like, what is going on in this movie? Like, why are they sending a fighter jet in like a low fly zone area to kill one guy?
oh, and by the way, I'm sorry to get on a big rant, people, but it's like I've
Fucking
been
Captain
watching
America,
so much.
even they didn't. They only sent a helicopter after him.
No, and I've been getting so mad about movies, and I guess I had a point there, and I'm going to sidestep that for a second because of Cedric's question, because he's like, Nick wants that Thanos ending to these movies. Here's the difference. No, here's the difference between Avengers and all that shit. Thor was going through shit that whole movie, and it made sense, and how he kind of conquered, I mean, sorry, spoilers, but he conquered Thanos. And it's
Sure.
like, Black Panther. Yeah, I know Black Panther beat Killmonger at the end, but the thing is he still had all of his abilities throughout the whole movie, and Killmonger actually whooped his ass earlier on in the movie, and so did M'Baku. So Black Panther wasn't like a superpower where it's like, oh my god, like even though this guy, you know, he's not prepared to like Killmonger, blah blah blah, the whole thing. It's like he didn't defeat him right away. He went through some shit. He lost.
Yeah.
And he needed the help from everybody else. It's like this is why that shit makes sense. That's why that's okay. You know, you get Captain America where he fucks everybody up all the fucking time. I mean, ooh, that villain's very scary, but don't fucking be in the same room with Captain America or he'll fuck your ass up. Like, fuck Captain America. Really?
Yeah, again, Winter Soldier. He again, if that battle went on a little bit longer, he would have got his ass kicked by the Winter Soldier, especially the final climactic fight. He's getting stabbed and shot, and he basically would have died when they explained the Civil War if somebody didn't save his life. So for all intents and purposes, Captain America lost the fucking fight and would have died if Bucky didn't save him.
Yeah.
This movie, it's like it's again. This is it's not so much the underdog movie, but it's the one man versus a storm movie. You want to see how this guy's gonna survive and make it. And I'll say this for the movie, they do it decently well. He is getting injured a lot, but he's perceiving because it's for his family. And when he sees his family, they're doing the same thing. They're trying to survive. So if you're sitting looking at the movie, well, I bet he lives at the end. It's like, okay, so fucking yeah, okay, wow, Mr. Omniscience. Why don't you go start a show and call yourself Mr. Cleo? Like, it doesn't. Like, this movie's a template. That's what they go for.
Oh, let me ask you this before we move on. I'm gonna get your opinion on this because this happens in Luke Cage too, and I didn't see this yet because I'm not
What's
gonna
up?
watch it. But like, what's her name? The girl who does nothing but fuck people. Fucking the black girl. Her arm. She has Bucky's arm.
Oh, yeah, Misty. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, Misty. Okay, like we don't get anything with her when she gets shot. It's like she gets shot in season 1. And then at some point he's like, okay, we're gonna fix it. It's almost like Resident Evil, like we're gonna put her in Nemesis program. It's like, what the fuck? But season 2, she has the arm, and it's like, wait, do we not get any kind of anything with her not having her arm or
we do.
being injured? Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't get that arm till I want to say episode. It's been again. I watch these all in one sitting, so it's like I can't narrow it down to an episode. But we have at least get 2 episodes without her having the arm. So what happens is one of the people from I keep forgetting her name, but she was basically Danny Rand's girlfriend from Iron Fist, and what she is she's basically giving her physical training. She's training her to use her one arm and training her to kind of fight. And I kind of like it. They're not going like, oh, just keep persevering. At one point, the girl goes, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna fight you for real, because Misty Knight's kind of demoralized because like, man, I only got one hand. I only have one hand, and she goes, you're putting your own fucking limitation. And then there's actually, I can't believe the show did this, there's actually a fight scene in a bar where she only has one hand, and you see her still kind of fucking up, but still able to kind of like learn a different fighting style. And then when she eventually gets her arm, it's a learning curve with the arm to be like, okay, now I'm getting better and better by the end of the season.
Okay, now I'm glad they did it with that. But then, with Marvel shows, and I know people, there's a huge ass fucking rant. I'm so sorry. But
If you bring, I swear to God, I'll leave if you bring up fucking Daredevil.
I'm
done.
so sorry. I'm
done. No. I'm stopping. I am not dealing with this shit anymore.
This man is blind and he can do flips and land literally everywhere. And then when they show that he's blind, he can actually fucking see.
Hey, motherfucker! Here, I will give you infrared. I'll give you infrared goggles if you try to live your goddamn life, you motherfucker.
Then literally they have another situation where it's like, hey, you know, he finally has some enemies that can't see shit. It's called the blind squad, whatever the fuck, or the hand, the finger, the buttocks, whatever the fuck. And they all can't breathe or smell, and he's like,
we know, we've been through this.
Yeah, and guess what? He beats them too. So
yeah,
what the
because
fuck?
guess what? When you actually, you know, if you didn't sit there just start yelling at him when he's actually fighting the hand for the first time, and it's like, oh wait, they don't have any heartbeats and they barely make any sound. What does he start doing? He starts focusing on their breath because they're still breathing. Because again, they still have some motor functions that are still human. So guess what? He has to learn to use new abilities. Because guess what? When you have a situation in which you have to adapt and learn. That's why people watch superhero movies. That's why people watch superhero televisions. That's why people play superhero games, is to see these superheroes get past the normal limitations and figure their way out of problems. If everyone always died in every movie, hey, guess what, Nick? You have a show for that. Go watch The Walking Dead. People die all the time for whatever stupid fucking reasons. But guess what? When people watch Daredevil, when people watch Luke Cage, when people watch these kinds of template action movies, is how is the guy going to make it through? Not if he makes it, it's how. The next Spider-Man movies, how is he going to deal with the villain? Is he going to do some scumbag shit, straight murder the villain? That's a possibility. We saw it in Man of Steel. So that's why people go through this shit. Your complaint of the guy lives at the end is that's the thing of saying, oh man, I bet that racing car races in this movie. Yeah, that's the movie.
No, but the thing is, there's something different about it. With Batman. This is why Batman works. Batman, his weakness is the fact that he's just fucking rich and it's a suit. Just like Iron Man. If Iron Man gets that thing pulled off his chest, he's
Iron Man got hit by a moon.
By what?
In Infinity War, someone literally threw a moon at him. That shield is indestructible.
He was in his suit.
That shield at that point is indestructible.
Yeah, that's the point. Like,
but that's not a weakness. That's not a weakness, though. So to complain, oh, I bet the Tony Stark can live through anything. It's like, dude, how is he gonna make it
Barney
through?
The dinosaur. We're really gonna be fucking arguing about that point. Like, Barney turned evil, y'all. He fucking destroyed half the fucking universe. It's not Barney and Friends, all right? It's fucking he's evil.
Barney Infinity Wars.
Yeah, I'll buy that shit for $1.
I'll just end it at this point, Nick. Your complaint of main character of movie survives at the end is you're in the wrong movie for that.
That's not the argument. That's what I've been trying to correct you on, because that's not the argument. The argument is when you build something within a character and says this thing will affect you a certain way, and that's why you're the underdog in this, and then the movie says, but it doesn't matter. You're just like anybody. With the Rock. Or with anybody. Like okay, I'll give you a good example, okay? With Batman. Batman is a shit. But when there's a part where in Dark Knight where the fucking Joker walks in and he's like, where the fuck is he at? I'm ready to kick some ass. Christian Bale's a pussy. He's like, well, I'll get the fuck out of here. I'll get my suit, get my panic room and shit. Like, he's fucking scared. That's going to be an issue. With Black Panther, he doesn't have the Black Panther suit on, and he gets his ass kicked by not only M'Baku, but also Killmonger. You know what I mean? Like, that's how these things work. But when you have a motherfucker who has a metal leg and it's like, I can't do shit because it fucking, I'm one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Why the fuck does he kick everybody? Like, dude, if I can do that, I'll cut my fucking leg off right now and beat the shit out of you.
Okay, but again, movies, like, as much as the leg doesn't account for a lot of what's going on, it's still a situation, and that's actually one of my biggest complaints of the movie is there wasn't a cool hand-to-hand combat action scene. A lot of what he's going through is him just trying to survive the bullshit destroying around him and him trying to get through that. There is a fight at the end that kind of does a little bit more of that, with more of a shootout. But again, when you see a lot of what's going on in this movie and other movies like this, even though that the difficulty of whatever they give him might not necessarily go through, it's watching the person survive is the point of these movies. And yeah, the leg doesn't affect the movie that much, but it's still fun as hell to kind of try to see him survive this shit, especially when he's basically, like, again, fighting a storm.
And I just like how this entire time we're arguing, this fucking bitch over here is just waiting like, what y'all about to say about me?
I'm just like, man, I'm just waiting for this fucking one. Y'all probably gonna pull out knives and shims and shit.
Like, despite this conversation, people, after this, everything, and it's not even about the people. I'm actually gonna just do this on the air with you right now, Alan. After this, I still love you. We're friends. We're just gonna have a big argument, and that's all this is. That's all this is about this movie, and we're cool. Okay.
No bullshit. You're gonna keep bringing this up like The Handmaiden for the next year and a half. Don't lie to me.
And you're definitely gonna make it personal.
I'm not gonna make it personal, even though
Bullshit.
I will say I won't make it personal more so.
And this is why. This is your opinion is why your mom got cancer, motherfucker.
Well, no, more so of like this is the reason why I say that sometimes with movies, I cannot take Alan's word because it's like, what the fuck were you watching?
This isn't gonna get personal, yo. I just don't like his opinion at all.
Yeah, I mean, I just like no, because you're smart with a lot of shit, but sometimes I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Okay, but you gotta understand, to start this movie off, and I'm gonna give my rating, it's somewhere between avoid it and fuck it, because as much as it didn't piss me off, it bored the hell out of me for most of the runtime. I'm starting my review at that, because for the audience, in about 15 minutes, when Nick thinks that I like this movie, I want y'all to remember my rating.
It's not even about liking it. That's the thing. And I
Bullshit!
No, because the thing is, like, we all had a good time in the after hours. By the way, people, we watched this 2 weeks ago in the after hours because I think Adrian brought it up late at the very end of the show. It's like, wait, Acrimony.
Yeah, we talked about it because we saw Temptation in the after hours. So like, yeah, fuck it, let's watch Acrimony.
Yeah, and Ganja liking ratchet shit the way he fucking does. He was like all for it. Like, oh yes.
Yeah, I love me some Ratchet Tyler Perry. That motherfucker can't write for shit.
And by the way, before we even continue on too, because by the way, this review is gonna be fucking very, very short, and we're gonna just yell at each other. So before we even do that, I'm gonna actually ask you guys, Ganja, are you into Tyler Perry movies? Do you watch them all? Do you know anything about the way this fucking dude's movies are?
The only thing when it comes to these Tyler Perry movies is I think Daddy's Girl was one that I saw that I can say was the only one that was enjoyable, but the ones with the I forget the character's name because I always want to call her Big Mama's House because I feel like they're the same character.
Wrong movie, man.
I know, but I always feel like the character's the same. Medea, there you go. But
yeah.
Like with Medea, I always feel like she's kind of like the backdrop because like when they show a Medea movie, it's always portrayed like a comedy. But then you go watch it and it's like a story about teenage prostitution, and then like a little bit of Medea, and then church for like 5 minutes. Like it's with Tyler Perry, he's become one of those. He's kind of like the Marlon Wayans brothers. You're gonna go see a Marlon Wayans product. You're going to go see a Tyler Perry product. You know what to expect already because they're going to hit these solid notes. And with this one, it was only difference in the sense that this felt way more fucking low budget than all his other films. And two, this felt way more rushed as a script. And I can't believe I'm saying that for the last other ones that I've seen.
Now, you, Alan, do you watch a lot of the Tyler Perry movies? What did you feel leading into this movie?
I don't even like Tyler Perry.
Yeah, neither do I.
I've seen him in a bunch of other movies, and he's just like, I am the most boring person in the world. Watch me be boring. Because he's in the Star Trek movies as like the head of the Star Academy. He's like boring. And then I've only ever seen 2 Tyler Perry movies, Temptation and this one. And like I said, this is more my review. They feel like the same fucking movie.
Yeah. Now, the reason why they don't feel that different, because for some reason the audience is fucking separated. And for some reason, the people that I watched this with, I don't know what the fuck they were smoking. And I know you guys are having a good time, and that's cool. But why does everybody look at this fucking character? Not her, by the way. This one.
Why is everyone looking at this character? Wrong person.
Yeah, my bad. But man, they're showing everybody but her. By the way, what the fuck, trailer?
Fuck that shit trailer, by the way.
This girl. Boo.
Yeah, okay. Teresa. Oh god, I love her because she's a great actress. This movie doesn't showcase it.
Taraji P. Henson. There
we go. I always fuck that name up. She's a great actress. I've seen her in a lot of other stuff. She was in Proud Mary. As much as the movie wasn't good, she was good in it. She was in a lot of seasons as a person of interest. So it's like, as soon as I saw her, I'm like, why is she in this shit? She's a great actress. She should not be in a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, but
Adrian's like, yo, Acrimony was shot in 8 days. Yo, that makes so much sense.
That makes a lot of... That, man...
Green screen New York, man. That makes so much. I bet that yacht is his.
Green screen New York. Do you remember the green screen background of someone's house where they had to walk to the side so that it didn't fuck up?
Yo, I bet that yacht at the end is his. I bet that's his own personal boat that they just use it as a set.
I don't know. But here's the
anyway.
thing. And I don't give a fuck about the movie. We're barely gonna talk about the movie. People look at her like she's the fucking villain. And it's like,
okay.
In this day and age, where all of us talk about don't treat mentally handicapped people a certain way, do not treat
He's not mentally handicapped.
Wait, what?
Is not mentally handicapped, and I will tell you this
they
because
literally
I went
say
back
in
and
the
rewatched
fucking
it.
movie.
I went back and rewatched it.
Okay.
Because fuck you, they never mention she's mentally handicapped. When
Dude,
she
she's
is in a therapy at the start of the
fucking room going, she's like fucking.
Okay, because she was drunk. When I went back and that's your opinion of the character acting weird. When I went back and rewatched this, I went back and rewatched up until about halfway when the shit started getting crazy. I'm like, I remember the rest of this verbatim. When she is in the room talking to that psychiatrist, that is a court-ordered psychiatric evaluation. That is not her suffering from a mental illness. That is her there for anger management counseling. So when she is talking to this person, it is for anger management. And that's bringing this to this point of this movie. When this movie starts, she is not the bad guy. She's just an angry woman, and you get that. And the plot of this is
victim, by the way.
Okay, let's continue. We got to talk about this movie before we start throwing words around to explain what's going on.
So when you watch this,
I had to, because Nick is one of those people where he won't believe something unless we literally have to give it like the timestamp. So when he's saying, "Oh well, they said this, they said that," I'm like, I know they didn't for a fact, but we were also talking over this movie a lot, so I don't want him to use that against me. So during my free time, I went back and watched the start of this to be sure. So this movie basically starts off with her sitting in this room, pissed off as hell, and the psychiatrist asking the most lamest question: "How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel?" And she goes, "You know what? I'll fucking tell you the whole story." Goes through the story, and just to summarize what's going on, because to get this movie on, this woman, she's basically, when she was young, before her mother died, she met this guy. And this guy was kind of seemed, he was a bit charming, but he's kind of a, loser. He's a student. He's dealing with debts. He's trying to get his life together, and he clearly does not. But she falls for him because of, whatever reason. Then there gets to a point where her mom, one of the parents passes away. She gets some money, and this guy starts mooching off of her. He basically convinces her to buy a car, invest in his business, all sorts of stupid shit. And then once he starts doing all that stuff, he leaves her. Like, he basically cheats on her. And you're like, man, fuck that guy. What a goddamn douchebag. She meets up with him, finds the woman cheating, rams the fucking trailer park that he's staying in, and gives her a horrible accident where she can't have kids anymore. And then afterwards, and this is where we get to the point where it's like, she then marries him. After a discussion, marries the guy. And now you're going to the point where it's like, okay, you know what? Whatever. It is her personal choice. The guy cheated. Let's see what happens with this movie. Then there's a time jump of about 20 years. And as far as we're concerned, because this movie has no sense of timing, the guy seemed to at least be holding enough jobs to keep the house, hasn't cheated on her in 20 plus years. And basically, she's now miserable because she doesn't have the life they want, but they're both miserable because he can't live his life because he's obsessed with his stupid battery doesn't work, and she is miserable she didn't get anything she wanted. So they're both fucked up in the situation that they both chose to be in. Then the movie gets fucked. So this guy, the biggest loser in the fucking world, is trying to get his battery working, costs the family the business, causes all these problems, gets the battery to the guy, and the guy's like, "I'm only going to give you $800K. And he's like, no, fuck it, walks out. Then she is so mad because almost cost the family business, he's been fucking up for 20 years, she gets nothing, divorces him. And because this movie hates timelines, they've either been divorced for 45 seconds or several months. We have no fucking idea. So the guy calls the dude up and goes, "Hey, you know what? I was wrong. That battery's worth a lot more money. It's worth $75 million. And he's like, "Oh shit, yo, money, yo." So the first thing that he does is write the check for $10 million, not $10, not 10 cents, not $10,000, $10 million. Goes to the woman's workplace. And because we have no sense of time on this movie we're supposed to imply that she at least tried to move on with her life a little bit. The guy walks up to her and she's like, "Fuck you. I don't want to even fucking look at you. You're a piece of shit." Hands her the check and goes, "Tim, hey, it worked out. I'm sorry. Here's some money. Here's the house, and I'm gone."
By the way, out of $75 million or whatever the fuck the case is $10 million. So less than a quarter.
That's
a quarter.
Lot of money. That's more than.
But in the grand scheme of things, after all this shit that's happened, equity-wise, she probably got about, I would say, 9% equity out of that.
More than 10% of that, because the thing is, this movie likes to throw numbers out, and one of the numbers it showed is because she used a lot of her money, her own personal money, to invest in a lot of his business. And the movie, this isn't me guessing, the movie has a straight value. It literally says $1.24 million, give or take. $1 million. So, and the thing is, they're both suffering. It's not like he was like, drinking and throwing shit out. Like, they were both suffering in different ways. He was obsessed with his machine and not getting anywhere with his life. She was basically just trying to keep things afloat and trying to go. But the thing is, they divorced and walked away. And I wish this movie gave a fucking time of months, because it feels like to a certain degree she just wiped clean of him. He comes back, gives her more than 10%. $75 million. 10% of that would be $7.5 million. He gives her $10 million, which is more than 10% of that. And says, and the house. And that house was estimated to be what guys? They threw a number, what, like $300,000-$400,000?
Yeah.
So it's like he gave her almost 20%. He didn't need. He was not forced to, because they divorced. And as far as he probably had like $5 to his name. Okay, here's $2.50. Like, he didn't have money. Got money and said, "I'm gonna give you as much as I can because I want to start my business." So he used the money to start his business and basically move on with his life. And this is where the movie assumes that you love this person, you love the main woman so much that you're willing to accept the murderous rampage she's then ensued on him.
Or it knows how
then
humans work.
But the thing is, it's like, okay, if there's a situation of equity as what she's owed, it's shown that she fucking throws it out, doesn't work on it, has no, like, if you want to go as far as law's concerned, there's no patent claim. It's not like they worked on it together. This guy's had this idea for 20 years. It just, no one ever looked at it, and she threw it out twice. Like, the movie that was like, she threw it out a lot of times. So as far as she's concerned, it's a hunk of junk. So like, he gave her more than due, but then she starts getting really angry because basically now that he has some money, he's basically living a life. And it's like, this movie would have been fine if he gave her nothing. If he gave her nothing and that guy went on to just treat this other woman better, then you could be like, okay, you know what, this guy needs to something needs to happen. But as the movie goes on, she just snaps, and it's not clear why. Because as an audience member, when you're watching this, going, well, they both kind of dealt with a different version of a shit relationship. Neither of them got what they wanted. But now there's a situation where she kind of was already wiped clean of him. She was done with him. So the fact that she has enough money to just go away, like she already wanted to, I'm sorry, but like that justifies an ass whooping. That justifies maybe giving up a broken arm. That does not justify the fucking horror movie this now turns into for the last 20 to 30 minutes.
But that's the point of the mental illness. You do know that in real life, in situations where someone died, like her mother, and then being alone, and being with somebody for your entire life, and then he leaves, and being fucked out of money, and then being in so many dire situations, mentally, you kind of lose your shit a little bit.
That doesn't justify murder, though. And plus, he gave her some money back.
Murder, but the thing is like, two people next to each other. It's like, just like Godzilla versus fucking King Kong or some shit. It's like, one of them has to be the fucking villain. And if there's two villains or two shitty people going at each other for one thing, it's like, okay, out of these two, who's worse? And it's like, this movie becomes a horror movie, like, she's the one that's walking around like fucking Jason or some shit. It's not like that.
She literally, dude, she literally walks around like Jason, just walking on water. It's like Jesus Christ is attacking him.
Yeah, but like everyone's reaction to it, and even Tyler Perry, the way he wrote her, is like, wow, she's gonna go after this person and kill her, and you know, fuck it. I mean, even to a point where she's like taken out at the end of the movie in a way that fucking super
or
villain
alien
or some shit would do. Yeah, a horror movie character would die, and then it comes back and everything. And it doesn't make no fucking sense. Now, God's just laughing, and I'm like, so far, everything that Alan has said, have you agreed to everything that he said about this movie so far?
Pretty much. And like, I know, like the end scene, like, yeah, that's the one thing. Like, I get your point about mental illness and stuff, but the thing is, like, we never seen her like have these breakdowns until like one moment where she crashes in the car with him. But that was so early on. There's no establishment that continues happening. So to be like, oh, just out of nowhere she does this again, and it goes to the extreme of her just wanting to kill people. That's just like an escalation from someone who has very bad writing talent.
That's like
Tyler Perry.
That's like right now, Nick. If we let's say the show ended now, and he said, "I'm gonna kill Alan." Like, that's how much of a jump it is. It goes from like, and you can have the argument where it's like, but it's not a situation where both of one. There's no clear like tipping of who did worse. Because you have her that's stuck with this guy, and her life is kind of shit, but his life is also shit too, and they're both suffering to different degrees. So up until basically the divorce, they're both on equal levels of they should never have been together because they're both piece of crap. And maybe you can go, yeah, the guy cheated. He cheated once. She then married him after the cheating, and that's important. And then they lived for 20 years, and as far as we're concerned, because they never show it, he probably never even looked at a woman at all. So it's like, as far as we're concerned, it's like, yeah, he did a fucked up thing 20 years ago, but for their entire marriage, he's been basically as straight shooter as he can be. So,
no. Oh man, what? So
he doesn't cheat on her for 20 years.
So here's the thing I'm gonna say. For one, people are asking for a certain person to come on. Well, I got a present for y'all. Jed, welcome!
And I'm out. And I'm out.
Jed,
I'm gone.
Get your birdie ass back over here.
Hell no! She's only mad because she thinks every single person should die.
So
I'm sorry, like, Alan, like, I think I love you and stuff like that, but at the same time, I'm just like, man, I hate this motherfucker because that.
Yeah, I'm not defending the movie. I'm just saying.
I know, baby. Baby.
I feel like she's brushing my hair right now with the gun in my head.
Okay.
I know, baby.
But it's just like, it's okay. It's okay. It'll be over soon.
Just look at the buddies, Alan.
No, look at the birds. Look at the pretty birds, Alan. Look at the pretty birds.
But in your description, you missed a lot of stuff. And honestly, this movie I hate so much it gave me a stomachache. And right now I feel like powerless. So I'm gonna have to say, someone, please hand me my strap, please. It's over there.
And
please.
here you go. Because one thing, in a form of a strap, I will say
Not that
this.
one. It's the other one. It's wet.
Oh.
No, yeah,
Please.
The thing is,
Why
I'm
did
gonna
we
give you
think
a
this was
strap
a
in the
good
sense of plot, because one thing that I don't know why we're not understanding here, everyone keeps arguing that she's not mentally ill. Now, Jet, can you please explain that I'm not wrong, that the woman is fucking mentally ill?
Oh, you're not wrong, because literally at the beginning of the movie, she's diagnosed with multiple personality disorder. But
She's not. I went back and watched it. She's not diagnosed with that at all. They never
she
said
is
that.
literally in the therapy session. She is.
Okay. I went back and watched the movie. They never say that.
You didn't see the beginning of the movie, the therapy session.
I did see the therapy session. She's there for
she's diagnosed. But the thing is, they diagnosed her wrong. She's actually bipolar. The thing is,
they never say that in the movie.
Yes, they do.
No, they do. I went back and watched it.
So did I. They literally say it's right there at the beginning of the movie. But the thing is, you also forget. Shut up, guys. Playing on my fucking phone. But yeah, she is.
You have a point, or you want to go on the phone?
I'm just saying. Yes, she is diagnosed multiple personality disorder, but thing is, it was also wrong. She is actually bipolar.
Yeah.
Okay, why is they wrong that she has bipolar? Is that you or the movie? Is that okay? Because you said it's wrong that she's multiple personality. She's actually bipolar. Is that something in the movie, or is that your own personal interpretation?
Judging by what she's actually doing, is bipolar.
Yeah, but that's my problem. This movie is too poorly written to have anybody distinct what she actually is. If we're talking about the of the movie, she basically goes from a relatively normal person to crazy in a matter of seconds. And there's nothing to imply, there's nothing to imply that her anger in the movie, because she does get angry. There's nothing to imply there that that's not just a normal reaction to someone just being mad. Hell, I've been mad. I've just never been mad enough to want to kill somebody.
Because you don't have a personality disorder.
Tyler Perry's his way of writing mental disorders is literally so bad. It fucked up my stomach again. Please hand me my strap.
Yeah, but as she's saying that, but like you said earlier in the Skyscraper review or argument of this thing that the main character has never getting bothered to use. I went back and I rewatched it to check to see that scene.
Oh, he used it, but he used
very
it
close to the dialogue, and I never got that. So maybe I'm the dumbest idiot on earth and my ears don't fucking work. But the rest of the movie never brings it up, never establishes it, never talks about it again.
The rest of the movie doesn't, because they don't need to, because they already did in the beginning. That's the whole
No, they
point.
did though, but that's the thing.
They do it once and then they don't bring it up again, which is obviously terrible writing from fucking Tyler Perry. But anyways.
But it never affects the movie though. That's my problem. Sorry, wrong words. It's never a situation where any of her actions could be explained with a mental illness. It's just her. She's normal for most of the movie until the fucking snapping point. That's not real. As Jet's probably gonna say, that's not how mental illness works. It's not just, well, I'm normal. Oh wait, this thing happened. I'm crazy. That's not how it works.
America would like to differ.
It built up. It built up, Alan.
Again, but it built up. But they divorced, and then when he was nice. Okay, if he gave her nothing, the movie is fixed. But he was nice to her, so she went crazy.
That's not nice. No,
he was
not nice.
She divorced him.
She
left his ass.
Yeah, for obviously good reason. And the thing is, you got some stuff wrong. He didn't work at all in that movie. She actually she was the one that actually held down the job, paid for his tuition, and funded that whole thing. He did not work whatsoever. Did not give her any emotional support. She was basically in a sexless, unromantic relationship, waiting for the stuff that he promised her, because she was so goddamn ride or die for this fucking broke ass little dick ass bitch.
And I get that 100%, but it's I always thought again, the movie is so unclear on a lot of stuff that's going on, because the house seems to be fine and all that stuff, and it's as soon as she should have wiped his hands with him a while ago. So that's what when I'm saying that she isn't the victim in this, is because it's established over the course of the movie that there's so much of this that a lot of it is unfortunately her fault. She married him after they cheated. That already right away. It's okay, this person clearly makes bad decisions, and it's
Alan,
not
I hate to tell you this, but that happens pretty often. What I absolutely hate about this movie is that it is actually so goddamn relatable. I know so many people who go through this shit, but Tyler Perry wrote this shit so goddamn bad. Like, that
and
shit,
I'll agree with you on that, 100%.
Like, she literally did not deserve any of that shit that happened to her, like, at all. And the thing is, like, he treated her so goddamn bad. Everything she does later in the movie is so justified.
It's not justified. That's where we disagree.
She was literally punished. She was literally punished for everything she did. Oh, this dude who basically was going out of his way.
And he was too. His life was a mess. He got fired from basically the only job he had, apparently. And then he basically almost nothing for that. It wasn't until they split that he had one modicum of something good happen to him, and he paid it forward.
So he suffered way worse than she did.
No, I think
they suffered the same.
That's what
how?
I'm saying. No. And then the divorce happened. She divorced him, by the way. So that's another thing.
Yeah, for obviously like a very, very good reason, because he went out of his way to basically drive his work truck all the way to that place where that woman that he cheated on her with, where she worked, to go ahead and talk about his invention once again. Which she's just like, oh, you're going to go back and you're going to go ahead and cheat on me again with this woman?
But they didn't cheat. She just thought she did.
But she doesn't know that, though. And, like, obviously, like, her breaking point is cheating. So, yeah, she was justified. Like, I was...
No, she wasn't, because that wasn't the breaking point. That wasn't the breaking point at all. They divorced afterwards.
Yeah, because she thought he was cheating. Like, I'm pretty sure I would think the same thing if this dude's going out of his way.
That's fair.
To drive all the way to this company where the girl that basically... he cheated on me with is working. Okay. Yeah, I would think the same goddamn thing. And
sure. And she is justified in divorcing his ass. 100%. That's not when she snaps and tries to kill him. She snaps and tries to kill him after he buys her house and gives her some money and tries to apologize for how bad he was for the entire relationship. That's when she snaps.
No,
what happened.
What happened was she realized that, oh, hey, like, maybe we can finally get back together, and we can finally do all the things you promised me that I've been basically working 20 years for.
After she divorces him and now he has money, well, I guess I'll come back to you.
That's not a good.
I'm sorry.
Because literally he promised her all these years, like, oh, hey, like, I guess, like, since now we have the money, like, we can work together, and then you can basically give me all this. Yeah, because she thought he was cheating, which is a justifiable reason. But
she's okay with them getting back together because he has dough now? Like, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous.
No, it's mostly because, like, oh, hey, like, all the stuff that I basically worked for, we can basically get together. She's obviously still in love with him, which she showed early in the movie when she actually...
But when they have that whole thing of her looking old and decrepit in the mirror, she has lost all love. She's just in there for whatever reason.
That shows, Ellen, you were not paying attention, because literally... I
was paying attention to that. She basically hated him.
Well, literally, what happens when she tries to get back together, when she tries to date this one dude that she was hooked up with from her sisters? You know what happens? She can't go on with it because she's just like, yeah, I'm still so in love with this man who's basically done me wrong for all these years. She tries to move on with another relationship, but she can't. And later, she actually thinks about him working in the back at the goddamn kitchen thinking, I can't believe, like, he did me so wrong, but I actually feel sorry for him working and washing dishes. Why do I still feel so sorry for this man? She was still in love with him.
No, because again, when you're still in a relationship with someone, even if you fucking broke up and still hated with them, you're still a human being. So to a degree, unless they fucking did a lot of shit, like literally like a fucking stab and assault or rape you, you still to a certain degree. It's like, well, I don't want that person dead, or still have some version of caring. We all have ex-girlfriends. That's not like, well, we have. Oh, God, I hope she does. Like, no, we still to a certain degree. It's like, hey, you know what? That person is still a person, so I still care about their existence. That's different than love. And plus, she wiped her hands clean of him and left. And for all we know, it's either been 4 minutes or months. We don't know because, again, Tyler Perry does not know how to set up a movie.
He gets engaged to the person that he cheated on her with, and when she goes to actually make amends with him, that woman comes out.
She did not go to make amends with him. She stalks him, goes and wears lingerie to seduce him back.
That was later, after she realized, oh, hey, the girl that he basically cheated on me on is basically getting everything that this guy promised me, even though I spent 20 years.
But he gave her enough to get what she wanted too.
That's
what in the movie.
Okay, yeah. So let's say, like, oh, hey, he gave me all this stuff back. Will I be able to get into another relationship after spending 20 years?
She dumped him. Doesn't he feel the same way? Isn't he entitled to kind of live a life?
She was the one that suffered, Alan. She literally.
They both suffered.
No, he didn't.
No, that's the thing. Like,
how did he suffer at the goddamn end of the movie? By being killed?
He had no life. All he had was this one fucking object.
But
that's a different version of suffering, but he still suffered.
He did not work. He did not give her any love whatsoever during all those years. Lived in her house. That's some bullshit. He did not suffer the way she did.
And what did he do? He tried his best to pay it back.
No.
$10 million.
Yeah,
$10 million? Like, yeah, that's fucking. She should have got half of that shit because she basically paid for his tuition.
And she paid that back.
No.
Hey, number that was sort of this movie of $1 million.
Half of that goddamn shit. You should deserve half that goddamn money. But that fucking judge was just like, oh well, he gave you $10 million.
He gave $10 million when it wasn't required. He didn't get the money back.
No, really quick. I'm gonna do this really quick because here's the thing. Because that's a point where I'm like, I totally get.
You cannot get time and effort back. She cannot get 20 years back of her life that she spent on this dick.
I don't know, man. Like they love throwing numbers randomly, and again, that money came into his possession I keep bringing this up because this movie goes from divorce to money, and we have no idea how long it's been. But again, it's been it's had to imply that it's been at least a couple of months. She was already done with him and didn't want anything to do with him. And the money came in later.
A couple of months, but he's engaged to this woman that he cheated on her with, and is basically giving her everything that he promised her that she was basically working for. Basically, she was basically paying for that battery. She's the one, like, if anything, she still deserves half because she's the one who actually paid for that entire thing going.
He gave her over 10%, and when it was not legally acquired.
That's what I want to go back into.
Goddamn money. That is bullshit.
Ruthless said Jet will take half of your money just because you gave her a drink one time near the high school.
No,
like, I get what you mean.
The one thing I want to bring up really quick that's very, very important is the fact that, okay, like, and Jet makes a point too, granted, even now, there's a couple things I disagree with Jet too, but the thing is what's different, Alan, when you're like, well, wait, like, she's still trying to get with him. That's the whole point I'm trying to argue with you in the beginning. She's mentally ill. These things do not have to be explained. When people are fucking mentally like they do shit.
I'm sorry, but that you yell at that shit for any other movie, but you're okay with this one for some fucking reason. I'm sorry. How many times have you had to yell? It's like, well, okay, you know what? No. I got this, gotcha. I'm gonna quote Nick. Well, this is like the Force of Tyler Perry movie. She's crazy, so any crazy thing she gets explained with crazyisms.
No, but that's the thing. In real life, people do deal with this shit where if someone's like crazy and like they do something on a bus and it's like that makes no sense why he would pull his pants down.
They don't just go.
It's like he's
they
crazy.
showcase her a lot in the movie, and this is where Jet earlier's point of Tyler Perry has no idea how to write mental illness, because guess what, he doesn't. There's no indication that she is anything until, if you want to explain that snapping moment, her going crazy is that moment. She is a relatively normal person, as normal as anyone in this call. Yeah, she's a little angry. She might as well be the female version of Nick. It's not.
She is actually.
Her going to crazy is completely mystified, even if you can go with that mental illness, because again, that's almost near the end of the movie, which it never gets brought up again. So that's a problem with a lot of what's going on in this movie. So we got to take it for what was the majority of the movie. The majority of the movie was her making bad decisions, him trying his maybe he okay. You know what?
Making bad decisions. He fucked up.
I'll give you this.
No, she stayed with his ride or die ass, and that's like
okay.
Ride or die ass. The thing is, you can't stay
I'll
with
meet
these
you halfway.
broke ass men. You cannot stay with these broke ass men. Girls, run.
Okay, I'll give you this. Yeah, I will meet you halfway. Maybe the amount of money she maybe we can discuss maybe that's not enough to cover the emotional damages. But the fact that she snapped after he tried is the thing that bugs a lot of people with this movie.
One more thing I want to say really quick about that too, because I know she's going to interrupt you anyway, so I'm going to interrupt you before she does. But the thing is like, one thing that you keep bringing that up, dude, this is not just like, oh, he's a saint for doing that shit. That's why I don't like L too.
I said he was.
No, that's the thing why I got in a big old argument with Ganja about L, the whole rape apologist shit, with this being a cheater apologist movie, because well, one thing I really cannot fucking stand is it's like even the movie's telling you, man, he's just innocent now. All he's trying to do is just get on with his life, and you think that too. You say that as well, talking about this. Even in the world of not just like dating or like cheating on somebody and then trying to get them back for, financially, whatever the fuck, just in like Shark Tank, just like in general corporate investments. You don't fucking invest something in something, and then when they make a shit ton of money, you get literally a fucking, I mean, you said more than 10%, but let's just say 14, 17%.
10% works a lot, especially when you're buying a subsidiary, but it's one of those things where, what has she invested? She invested $1 million into it. If I was on Shark Tank right now and I only asked you for $1 million investment, and you're like, I'm going to do it, and then I got 60 or 70 million, and I gave you 10 million back, you'd be like, Hey, I'm glad I invested in that guy. If I had more money, I might try to invest back into it to get more money, because guess what? This is a hot product. But a lot of what was happening with this, it's like maybe you can even argue that situation, but you gotta. But my biggest point is it's not so much it cleans his slate clean, is that he did a kind gesture. Maybe that was the only kind gesture he did in the entire relationship, but he did a kind gesture, and that's when the movie chooses for her to snap, is a thing that gets me. So
his ass was just making sure he didn't have to pay half of 75%.
He didn't have to, actually. Legally, he did have to pay a penny.
Yeah, that was the point of the whole judge scene when she sued him. Like, she don't have to.
Which is trash, which goes back to, like, she's being punished for doing the right thing and divorcing his ass, which is bullshit.
No, she's being punished for trying to murder him after the fact.
No, she literally only went that way after she realized, oh, hey, this dude this girl that basically he cheated on me with is getting everything that I worked for and actually stayed with this man for. You cannot get time and effort back. You cannot get time and effort
But
back.
he tried. He tried. What did she do when he tried? She tried to kill him.
Tried what? I literally just said you cannot get time and effort back. She cannot be in a decent relationship again, even with $10 million. She's all that thinking that someone else will fuck her up, which they showed in the goddamn movie when she tried to get together.
Nothing in this movie justifies murder. You are still on the basis.
Yes, it does. Like,
no, it does not.
Y'all better be careful.
I'm sorry, Jake. And this is where I'll disagree with you. Everything that's going on in this movie, this does not justify murder.
Yes, it does.
It does not, and that
yes,
you are crazy and ready to kill someone over them getting your coffee wrong.
I'm just saying, stab her butt cheeks, and then stab his butt cheeks, and then kill her, and then kill him.
That's a lot of
not justify double homicide, invasion, stalking, possibly a bomb threat, because I'm sure this bitch is crazy enough to build a bomb.
No, but the thing is, though, it's like when that's the situation as well, is like it becomes that apologist movie where it's like, okay, aside from just us, and I mean, we'll get into another argument probably, and I don't really want to, but it's like if we get into an argument talking about like, okay, does this justify, or this situation, does it justify murdering somebody? That's neither here or there. The fact that the movie builds a villain in the beginning and says he's shitty in this way, and God, if he thinks he's really bad, we're going to do something else that makes him even more evil. So evil. And then the middle goes, you know what? I like this guy. He's a good guy now.
This is what you get for divorcing.
Again, I feel like you're oversimplifying it, because it gets to the point where both of these are just not good people, but then the movie has a clearly bad person. Because, yeah, the movie just starts out with saying, man, fuck this guy. But then when you go through the movie, it's like, okay, yeah, he's a cheater. That's a
so literally, she's only a terrible person once she commits murder. But throughout the movie,
that's generally how it goes.
There's so much that leads up to that point where it's just like,
it doesn't though. That's my problem.
Yeah, I can see that. The thing is, like, even though, like, yeah, the murder part was probably the best part, whatever. After that long ass boring movie, there's so many different ways he could have fucking done that, but he goes the whole like, oh well, we're gonna have to kill this crazy bitch, right? Like, why didn't they go like, oh, like she can't get together with a man again? Why not like find out ways to, like, oh, like, live on, even with the $10 million. Okay, like, maybe she'll, like, maybe she'll date a woman instead, or maybe it's, like, she'll really live the rest of her life and basically, like, find something else to live for. But instead, they go for this fucking crazy fucking route that's literally only the last 10 minutes of the movie, probably even less, which isn't even worth it because it's bullshit and it's badly written. I hate it.
And honestly, I think that would be a good way to sum up a review, because honestly, I agree with everything Jet just said. She should have gone on and lived her life. The rest of the movie should have been here trying to move on. Maybe make it a movie where we actually talk about mental illness for more than 35 seconds, apparently. Or actually have a situation in which she, invested a bit, or do something. But the fact that it turns into a horror movie at the end does not justify the actions leading up to that point.
And more so, too. This is another thing that I need to discuss. And we'll get into, fucking ratings and everything right after this. But it's like, everyone built this ending up. Where it's like, yeah, you know what? Fucking ridiculous. Movie's so bad, and then why are you even arguing because the movie's so bad? But the ending, though, it all leads up to this crazy fucking ending. Did you motherfuckers not watch movies? What was crazy
my God,
about this?
There's literally so many ways you could still implement that scene and still not have it end that way and still have a good fucking message. Like, you know what? Please hand me my strap. Please, I need to fight Tyler Perry.
No,
that's the thing. Like, I think people were over happy. They say they were Temptation. And it's like, honestly, y'all, these movies are really boring, and I don't think that the last 20 minutes justifies me watching.
No, 20? Fucking 5! And half of that 5 is these motherfuckers, and I'm sorry to do this again, but eating in the fucking movies. I literally had to see this motherfucker. Sorry about that. I had to see this movie. Wine, coffee, a couple of snacks, having a nice fucking rich little fucking, hey, we have a lot of money, so we'll just go on this ship because, hey, every rich person has to be on the ship, right? and wear white clothes, completely nice, like
to show their innocence of the whatever.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but fuck this. It's like The Post, where it's like you do this shit for filler because, hey, humans eat, right? So if we could just have a person eat, it makes sense because they might be hungry. I don't give a fuck if you're hungry. I don't care if you're on a date. Have them fucking be on the thing looking at the fucking water, and then she comes up and does something. Don't sit there and be like, you're beautiful. No, you're beautiful. I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna suck your dick.
Oh, you didn't like Twilight Zone? You didn't like Twilight Zone boat where I don't know what planet they were on or what universe they were in, where it's like this weird fucking area. Like, where the hell are they? And how'd she find them?
Yeah, and then like it felt like a cutscene or like a loading screen to like another thing. It was like weird how it just appears. It's like, you know, when you're playing Resident Evil 5 and like you're on chapter 4-3 and then you go to 5-1 and you're in a different area and you gotta fight like the villagers in a different spot and
that literally happens in 5. It goes from randomly in the desert to the boat.
Yeah, and it's like, wait, how the fuck? So Leon, why? What the fuck? Like, and the game's great, but this movie is an hour and a half long with no gameplay.
No, it's not. It's almost 2 hours.
Okay, well, fuck. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it does this, and it's a movie, and it's like there ain't no gameplay about it. There ain't no action scenes in this movie except for the end, and it's bad. And people in the chat, they overhyped the shit up. I'm sorry, but someone's got to call bullshit. Just because Corey goes, oh, it's so crazy, and guys, watch this next fucking thing, and then everybody on IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes who's never seen a horror movie because they'll shit their fucking pants, like, this was bad. So bad. Completely fucking stupid.
I would not have been able to sit through it if it wasn't an after hours.
Yeah,
like,
and even people's reactions didn't feel real. Like, I swear to God, dude, this shit is horrible. The blood looked fake. The fucking action was bad. It was badly shot. Fucking, it was literally just. If you want to see this shit, watch a fucking horror movie. This was worse than all the scary movies. This was. I'm telling you. No.
Nah. I'd rather sit through the. No, I don't want to sit through either. But man, Scary Movie 1 was trash. I'm sorry, Ganja.
Fuck you.
I think so too. And I know Ganja saying anything, so I'm gonna give him a big spot to say whatever he wants to say. I think he's probably scared too. But for me, before I give it to Ganja, I gotta tell you, this is a fuck it. This is probably up there, not my top 10 honestly, but like in my top 20 of most hated fucking movies I've ever seen. I fucking despise this movie. And to be quite honest, I'm honestly really irritated with the reaction it's gotten. I'm really irritated that, you know, and I'm not talking shit for the chat, but like when Adrian comes in here, he's like, oh my god, let's watch fucking this movie. And Dejan was like, woo, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It wasn't crazy. We watched two motherfuckers have a goddamn soap opera that sucked for 2 hours for a 5-minute scene that we could have got 50 times in a Jason movie. Fuck this movie, and fuck the recommendations the movie's getting. It's not so bad it's fucking good. It's so bad it's fucking bad. It's really fucking bad. And I hate this fucking movie, and I hate fucking Tyler Perry, and he's gonna make a bunch of fucking money anyways, because apparently it's cool to go in a loud theater and go, hey, we're black, so it's okay, right? No, fuck this. I fucking hate Tyler Perry, and I fucking hate these movies, and Medea can go fuck herself. Ganja, take it away. I love you.
With that said, like, I enjoyed this fucking film towards the end. Like, Nikki, this is one of the things that I'm gonna tell you that I was telling. It's just not for you, baby.
Oh, fuck off!
This is for people that want to watch stupid fucking movies that have the most basic writing. I put this up there with Shark Exorcist or one of those other movies that we watch that are like under an hour.
Do not disgrace Shark Exorcist.
Movie is 2 hours, Ganja.
Hold on, guys. Y'all fucking ran your mouths the whole time. I'm gonna get up to the point now. But when it comes to this, like, honestly, I have no fucking, like, a real bearing or hate towards it. Like, it was so crazy, so less writing, that to actually put, like, real critique or a real message behind it is kind of disingenuous to this film, because in the end of the day, it's a Tyler Perry movie that was filmed in 8 fucking days. Like, this is to enjoy with a group of people and just make fun of it, which we were kind of doing, or have conversations over it and wait for the weird stuff to happen like we were doing, or the fucking fucked up dialogue. Like, these are movies, this is like a perfect example of those background movies that you put on to enjoy half the movie, and half the time you just conversate and just shoot the shit. Now, that last 15 minutes, that should just make somebody wake you up in sense to enjoy it, because it's completely out of nowhere. I feel where Alan feels a little bit in the terms of, like, yeah, it's like she did, like, deal with an abusive relationship, but it seems like she doesn't really get proactive until the money gets involved, and it's all these materialistic things that she was promised. Like, her gripe at the end is all material stuff. It's never the emotional stuff that she went through. It's all the shit she wanted from him making it rich. So I kind of see it as, like, these two people that have kind of been in a shitty relationship. One loses and the other person is trying to move on. And he's kind of a dickhead to the same degree because who does he move on to? The girl he cheated on with. So these are not respectable people in any sense of the degree. But that murder scene, the reason I think everyone finds it so enjoyable is because the rest of the movie builds up this drama where you probably will get in a more well-written movie, you will get the scene that Jess talked about where she either moves on or she uses the money to find it, discover herself, or buy the property again, and it ends with her walking into her mom's old house. But because we have a shitty writer like Tyler Perry, it goes with this fucking weird-ass direction. And I think because that's where it gives people some enjoyment to be like, what the fuck is going on? But besides that, this is definitely a fucking avoid it, y'all. Like, there's no reason you should actually go watch this unless it's with people, and there's a lot of narcotics involved.
All right, now I'm gonna get this to Jet. Now the main event, and here is your strap. Take it away. What would you rate this movie?
And those are hollow points. I'm out.
Honestly. Okay, well, we're sword fight on this list, because honestly, Tyler Perry, I challenge you to a fucking sword fight right now. I will beat your fucking ass.
I hate to see that.
I'm telling you, like, just shoot him right in the fucking head, girl. Like,
my big dick energy against his small little dick energy. Who would win? Me.
Because you cheat.
No, but I mean. Really, is this anything other than a fuck it or a 0 out of 5 or a fuck you?
I want to buy it.
I want that to be true so badly.
Fuck this movie. Fuck Tyler Perry.
Yeah, no, fuck Tyler. Yeah, I agree.
Ass.
No, yeah, and the thing
whack ass and don't know how to write ass bitch. You had so much money to actually put backgrounds in this goddamn movie, but you green screened it. You know what?
Oh yeah, you didn't like green screen New York? I love green screen New York.
God damn.
Man. I want to beat this fucking ass.
Chat, Ruthless Wonder is saying this movie is just about chasing the check for everyone, including Tyler Perry. Why get aggro about it? No, hey,
because we're paying for it.
Yeah, that's
I'm literally so mad because I know damn well the next time I go to get my fucking hair done, this shit's gonna be playing on the goddamn TV, and that's gonna even make it worse. I'm already having my fucking edges like pulled, getting my hair braided and shit. Now I gotta watch Acrimony too. I can't. I can't.
Oh man, well,
that's two pains. Can't do it.
I like how Adrian says, "I will fuck you too, Nick." I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Apologize for it. But yeah, and Alan, obviously, you said that this was an avoided, so yeah, that's what that is. But we're still cool, right? You know, you love me, you love Jet, everyone's cool. You know?
Me and Jet are cool. I don't like you because you pit us against each other to get a show.
I can't.
You abused me. And I want a divorce from you. Oh, you got money? I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
all I know was bravo, Nick, bravo.
Holy shit!
I'm the chick you're cheating on him with at the yacht right now.
Cheating on me with Julian.
We won't go too much in this sense, but it's time to do some community questions, and this is where Alan's gonna start getting really fucking mad, like he usually does.
All I know is, Jet, you better stay around and answer these fucking questions.
Yeah.
Oh man, like, what's the time? It's strap time. I'm out.
Aw. No, but here we go. The first one actually is by Jet. She says, who non-MCA host in the MCA DT community that you think you could win a fight against? And I want to hear what the chat would say too. But someone within the DT, the Double Toasted community, or the Midnight Chat Attack community, who would want to fight against? I'm going to say very, very simply, very, very easily, I think I could beat the shit out of Justin just because I don't think he has a angry bone inside of him. I don't think Justin's capable of punching me or anything like that. But Alan, what about you? It has to be someone who watches this or watches Double Toasted.
Corey.
Wait, Corey Coleman?
Goodman. You call him Coleman, yeah.
Oh yeah, because Goodman's not on anymore. Yeah, you can choose that.
No. I don't really ever want to fight anybody because like that would be someone that would like slight me so much. But if I say like, oh, who could I win in a fight? You know what? Max, Little Ragnarok. I think if me and him fought, I think I could kick his little ass.
Dude, that'd be, man, I don't know. That might be an interesting thing, but the thing is, I think Max fights dirty as fuck. Like, he'd go for the nuts and fucking, like, break.
Oh, yeah, 100%, but I'm small too, so I know what to do, man.
It'll be like two muskrats fighting.
And I will say, you guys can share this.
In terms of the cartoon things, just the like cartoon smoke and sound effects, they're beating the shit out of each other.
And Kirk, I would have said the same thing, but I can't because he's a host. So yeah, the question is community. But I like your answer. I like the way you think, Mr. Kirk Lazarus. You, Ganja Guru, who do you think you would win a fight against? Not saying that you hate him or anything, just who you think you would win a fight against.
I would say Will Valley because I don't count Toast to Toast as a show. But no, I'll joke. I'll joke as asides. Like if I had to pick somebody from the community, this is hard because like you don't want to insult somebody and say they're weak that you can kick their ass, but you don't also want to go to the littlest dude in the group, Alan, and beat their ass.
Not the smallest.
Yeah, bullying and shit. Like, don't make Alan tall.
Me and him are the same height-ish. I'm taller, but by like a a little bit.
Man, every inch counts. That's.
I picked somebody that's roughly around my height. That's not picking the shortest person out of the group.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking hard of it. I'll probably throw hands with Cedric.
Cedric?
Yeah, this pun ass, you could do that.
Yeah, and I don't think Cedric will want to fight, so I think that might be something. I'm not trying to talk shit about Cedric either. It's just Cedric, you're a fucking sweetheart, dude. Like,
I feel like Cedric would fight if I kept hitting him, but it's gonna be like one of those middle school fights where he throws two, and the rest is just me on top, just beating his ass.
Or it could be one of those fights where he has to fight you, and then he just cries about it, like, man, why'd you make me do this? Fuck!
No, you'll fight him, and then on the show, the Bob Blob show, it's like, yo, I got to fight with Ganja. Here's all the highlights.
Exactly, yeah. And everyone's like laughing, replaying a video of Ganja getting his ass kicked.
Ganja was
not with that Jigglypuff ass.
Hey, man, you look at it this way. If you win, yeah, sure, you might win. You might get some calculations. If you lose, I'll never let you forget about it.
No. If that case, then, like, if we're choosing somebody that everyone will make fun of, if I lost, I will fight JP in that sense. Because if I lost to JP, that's kill yourself.
Okay, but you lose no matter what. Because guess what? You beat up somebody that's really not deserving of it. Like, come on, man, it's JP. Like, you are not winning that fight no matter what, man.
It's a 2020. You lose or you lose.
I'm looking over here too. Patrick says, "I don't want to fight people. I kind of want to smack Ganja times though. You know what? I want to fight Patrick because he doesn't want to fight people. That's awesome."
Wait, but you don't worry, Patrick. I feel the same way sometimes.
Wait, Nick, why are you upset with Patrick? You hate when people like Ganja. Why aren't you okay with?
Patrick's not gonna hit me. He said he doesn't want to fight, and it's like, man,
fighting Nick Ganja, same thing.
Yeah, like I might pretend like I'm a badass. I'm not really badass, but I like to pretend I am. But I don't
want
to get punched. Punching is not fun.
I'll change my answer to Nick. I think I could take Nick.
No, punching is fun. Getting punched not.
Oh, no MCA host. God.
Yeah, exactly. No MCA. Well, you, Jet. Who
come
would you
back
fight?
Here, bitch.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because I'm an MCA host, so I can break the rules.
Oh, no, but Jet, who do you think you could beat the shit out of in the MCA or DT community?
And I'm out.
So I found out that Tyler Perry has a double toasted account. So Tyler Perry just
that's somebody else named Tyler Perry.
Bitch, you better answer, especially that you know more female toasters than us. You better throw hands.
Oh, I wouldn't be fighting any females.
Ooh, okay. Who would this be?
Yeah, he's makeup. She could take
to be honest, like most people I would actually want to fight are actually hosts. So it's just like, let's see. Let me pull out my list here. Alright, I'm in. So, okay, let's see. Actually, you know what? Corey Goodwin isn't the host anymore. I would fight Corey Goodwin. Let's see. I'd fight Justin. Julian, so, like, on certain occasions, yeah, I did want to fight him. Dejan. You know, who else is the male?
Yeah, she's going for all of y'all.
Damn, yeah, I didn't think you could choose many people. I didn't know that was part of the question because that's the sense. I'll fight everybody. No,
at this point,
it's acrimony, man. She's gonna show up with an axe.
No, fuck that. This shit turned to fucking Columbine at this point.
Jesus.
The only one I wouldn't fight is Ruthless. He's cool.
Yeah, Ruthless is actually really, really cool. But moving on, and I would never fight Ruthless because I love Ruthless very, very much. And I think, honestly, Ruthless could probably beat my ass. I'm actually not even, No, he was a bouncer in his younger days. Yeah, see, fuck that.
I believe that.
Okay, moving on. This is a long one. This is the thing.
Holy Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Words.
But this is by Kirk. He says, when sleeping and dreaming, you typically fly, have a superpower, or you marry your true love, or you just have a different life. What if those aren't really your dreams? What if those things are other realities? Like, so basically, what he's trying to say is, what if every time you have a dream, it's not like a dream. It's actually a real place that we're visiting.
I wrote a story about this when I was younger. This exact premise, because I had a dream that something like this similar happened to me. I'll try to make this short, but when I was a kid, I must have been like maybe 15, 16, and I went to bed one time and I had a dream that I was on this train with a bunch of my friends and we were going towards something. And my brain was telling me that it was in 1945 or some shit. And I woke up, and then when I went passed out of sleep, I went back to the same train and continued the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I was in a different. It's like I was in a different like time period. I was still me, but like every time I would dream, I would wake up and continue this train thing. I was like, this is kind of cool. So I kind of just wrote the idea. I was like, yeah, I kind of like this thing. I think that'd be cool as shit. Where it's like, the thing is, the only reason I don't think that would be, I guess, just my dreams are always so random and sporadic. So it's like there's a lot. It'd be jumping between a lot of different parallel dimensions. But that'd be cool as shit, though.
Yeah, like, I mean, when he asked that question, I took some minutes just to think about it because I really, really like that question and I love that concept. Even, you said you're writing it. I would love to see someone do a movie on this shit. You know what I mean? But like, for me, and I really don't know like what the question was. I think he just wanted our thoughts on it. But yeah, man, like, for me, honestly, I would prefer that. I think it'd be cool. I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would really utilize it. I think, like just like you, I mean, I got a lot of shit going on in my own life. My dreams are a little crazy. And honestly, I don't want a world where there's zombies. So that might be kind of an issue.
I think it'd be kind of cool just to kind of see, like, is this different realities? Are there different choices I made? Are there situations? Because like, we all have regrets. We all have, I wish I did this instead of that. I'm like, am I gonna wake up in a world in which the decisions that I regret most, like I actually did a different decision? So now I can know it's like, hey, this is how my life worked out, or it's like my life could have worked out differently. I'm like, that'd be kind of cool as well. But it'd also be kind of weird because it's like, well, and this is the part that's gonna break people's brains. Which world is real then? Is the world I'm in right now, or is it the other world? Am I dreaming right now, or am I awake there, or vice versa? So which one of me is the real me?
Damn, man, that's deep as fuck.
People,
no joke though. That existential crisis man keep me up at night.
Yeah, man. But no, like I really, really like this question. And in the chat, like, tell us what you would do. I'm actually really curious what you guys would do too. And I'm like, for you guys to go back and read it and just, I don't know. I just think that it'd be cool to see other people's opinions. But Ganja, you're the one being Mr. I mean, we know who you are. I just said your name, so holy shit.
I talked about travel into different dimensions last week, so yeah, I kind of know something or two about this. But when it comes to like the dreams and stuff, like this is actually a pretty good question in terms of existentialism, because I've always had a theory that when you die in your dreams, you're just reliving a past self that's died before. Mm-hmm. And this is something that even science, like, call me out if I'm wrong, Alan, but they've said that sometimes that you do receive genetic memory from your ancestors.
Mm-hmm. It's unclear, but it's not impossible.
It's not like down to like, oh my god, 2,000 years ago my ancestor had a sandwich. I can taste it right now.
Dude, if that's true, then my ancestors fought off a bunch of giant spiders.
Hey man, like I said, every time you send me a picture of Penelope, I have like this primal fear to run away. Especially this one he sent of her angry. Like I feel like one of my ancestors got jacked. Like I feel like one of my ancestors got jacked by a giant bird.
Send that photo to the main chat right now, so you can tell the people.
But like when it comes to this stuff, like I think flying is one of those things. Like I always feel like it's one of those things that I always have those flying dreams when I'm better in life. Like, I always feel like I'm going good in life, and I feel like I'm doing everything right, and I don't feel like I'm fucking up, and that's tending when I have those flying dreams. And a lot of people say, like, this is all dream interpretation, so take this with a grain of salt, folks. This ain't fucking science at all. But a lot of people do say when you have, like, these floating dreams, it's because you're actually feeling good within your life. So I think that's what that atones to. But when you have, like, these death dreams, one, is either my ancestor theory, or two, it's just your brain running these survival scenarios in your head, because a lot of times, like, I know we don't live it now because we have such comfortable lives living in the 21st century. Most of our problems, our boss gave an extra fucking 4 hours to work, whereas our ancestors had to worry about jaguars and all this other shit. So I think a lot of those dying dreams or like fallen dreams are stuff just to keep you aware of your surroundings and keep you hyping, because our ancestors probably needed those kind of motivations back in the day to avoid getting jacked by a jaguar and shit, because you had to fear the unknown. Whereas now it's just, I'm having a nightmare for no fucking reason.
Yeah, and maybe it's just some kind of primal fear thing. Like, I see what you mean. Like, it's built within our system. But yeah, man. Like, I mean, granted, like, yeah, I think we're all pretty much agreeing with the fact that, like, yeah, it's probably not real. It's probably not the case. But it's a cool concept.
I do want to point out one thing that he didn't bring up is the P dream. That is the most evil fucking dream you could possibly have.
No, I got a worse one.
Oh, How about the thirst? No, because the thirst dream, you just wake up real thirsty as fuck. The P dream. You're suffering, but the P dream is one of those ones that is a pleasure that is not known unless you've had a P dream, where you just feel this warm sensation, and that shit made me mad as a motherfucker.
So you pissed your pants last year?
I didn't piss my pants. I pissed my dream, sir.
Well, shit. Oh, that story you just explained, Mr. Backtrack.
I like how these two are laughing like they haven't pissed the bed since they're adults.
When I was 7. That was 20 years ago, Gotcha.
I hope it happens to you now, so you just feel this.
No, because I'm an adult.
Oh, okay, because you're either adult or you're dehydrated, Mr. Thirst Dream.
Hey, thirst dreams are the worst, because you're thirsty in your dreams and you don't know how long you've been thirsty for.
That's why he's never pissed the bed, because he's dehydrated and he's fucking dying.
No, I'm also an adult.
Fucking man, he has fucking crust growing on his lips. He's talking about, I never pissed the bed because your body's craving water, sir. That's why.
I'm also Arab, and we're used to retaining water.
Okay, you're not a camel.
Well, I don't know. I think other politicians might think otherwise. But Nick, if you do check the main hangouts, that's a picture God just talking about of angry Penelope. But if you want to say that's up to you. Either way. But one of the dreams I had one time is the whole dying dream, and it was that dream kept me up for like that dream. Like I thought about that shit for years, and what it was like it was so weird. I was at my old school, but like there was a war going on, so there's all these like encampments and stuff, and I was being pinned down by like machine gun fire, and I pinned down, and as I got up to try to run, like a bullet hit me, and as I woke up, I kind of just woke up almost standing. I'm like, the hell just happened?
Fuck?
Yeah, it threw me off. Like I died in my dream, and I immediately woke up. Like, man, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And oh lord, like those dreams, though, that made me feel like, did I die in a past life? Is that how an ancestor of mine died or some shit? Or is that like a future thing? Because like it was like right outside my house type shit. I'm like, but the thing is, at the end of it, I really think dreams are just your brain's way of entertaining itself. It's like we go to bed, right? But our body's still moving, our body's still doing stuff, our brain is still going. So I think a lot of times our brain's just trying to entertain itself.
Well, it's almost like the mental equivalent of like, you know, when you know, if a fat person's trying to lose weight by not eating, sometimes your body just eats itself, eats its own fat cells, and the brain's probably like, I'm just gonna eat energy. I'm just gonna take something from here because you're not fucking feeding me, and I gotta do something because you want to sleep all fucking day. You know
Yeah, because it's like, you know, I know REM sleep only lasts for a couple minutes, and that's usually when you dream. But I do think that your brain's just entertaining itself.
Yeah, true. I mean, and man, Patrick Burrows is talking about the crushing one. Do you guys know what the crushing dream is?
I've had that one. I was stuck in a fucking coffin surrounded by cockroaches. It was,
oh, fuck that shit, dude. My God.
It was bad. Like, I feel I woke up fucking... Because I sometimes, like... Because I'm not, like, afraid of bugs, but, like, I'm afraid of bugs crawling on me and shit like that. I think that's a normal fear for most people. I had, like, a summer where... I think it's because back in my old house, we always would have bugs all over the place during the summer. There was a month where there was a summer where there was ants everywhere, flies, bees, spiders, and I'd always have these dreams where I was waking up covered in bugs, and I would wake up and I'd hallucinate seeing bugs everywhere and start screaming. And this happened for months because it's terrifying to be covered in bugs, especially when you wake up and you have bugs all over you. I would scream, like loud screaming, and people would like run in and like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I just had a shit dream."
Yeah, Ruth is saying, are none of you lucid dreamers? Yeah, I actually am.
Okay, this is, again, I know that there's always a lot of debate in the scientific community about this. My personal opinion is I don't believe lucid dreaming exists. I think that is, you're wrong. I think what it is your brain is interpreting that you think you're lucid dreaming, and it's just your brain having a dream about you having a dream. It's like, it's a weird deception level
stuff. That's a lot of layers just to get to you have lucid dreams.
No, because the thing is, it's like I've had situations where I thought, you know, I've had look, what would be considered a lucid dream, but I think back at it and I'm like, you know, if I like my thinking right now, I mean, I flew because I like flying, but like there's a bunch of other shit I would do, but I never got to because my brain was doing its own thing because I'm just watching a movie of myself. So I really don't believe lucid dreaming exists. Okay. I think it's just something our body does just as another version of a dream.
I actually agree with them a lot, actually. Like, for instance, like another thought I always had was there ain't no such thing as peanut butter sandwiches. It's sandwiches with peanut butter in them. You know what I mean? So
anyway, Ganji, you were about to say something smart.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Like, I hate that you interrupted with that. Shame on you. But with that said, like, one of the things that I always like, I've lucid dream, and your own description you said, like the fact that you were an observer shows me that you didn't lucid dream, because when you lucid dream, you have actual direct control over the actual dream itself.
But again, I believe that's an illusion. I believe that your body is eluding itself.
But that's the thing, like, you never had it. So like your belief is coming from someone who still is
No, I'm only giving you one example. I've had lucid dreams, or what I believe are lucid dreams before. I just 100% believe it's just an illusion that your brain is telling you.
That's what I'm telling you right now. If that's your belief, that's not what lucid dreaming is. Because when you lucid dream, you actually control the scenario. You control the actors within your dream. It's not something where your brain is constantly making something new up. It's where you are now creating something within your dream.
Okay, but that gets to the point where it's like, how do you know that's not just another version of a dream?
Because it comes at your command half the time.
But it's your brain though.
But that's the thing.
Your brain is commanding you.
Okay, I don't want to like be shitting on Alan or anything, but it's just like what Ganja's trying to say, and I mean, I think it's just like what makes a difference from a dream is that dreams happen randomly. When a lucid dream occurs, it's like Ganja can be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go grab that spoon," and he just walks up to the thing.
I know, but like, how do you? But yeah, that's God mode to a certain degree. But how do you know that's not just an illusion that you're thinking that this is God mode because you're getting kind of a few things
dreams
here
are
and
illusions.
there.
They're not tangible.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. First of all dreams are illusions. So like,
yeah, but it's an illusion that you think you're controlling things. It is just a version of events that happen. And you think, oh well, when you wake up, you're like, oh yeah, I did all that shit. How do you know that wasn't just a dream that you were doing all that shit?
But that's the thing, like where you say it's an illusion, it comes from the idea that it's either not happen or not happen, but within the dream space, it's happening such an immediate that it's showing that you have more control of the space than you do when you're a passive observer in your dreams and just letting stuff happen. Like when you lucid dream, and for people that have probably done it in the chat themselves, because a lot of people sometimes do. Like this is a disease actually that some people lucid dream 100% of the time, and they need to take medication to stop that shit. And they have to experience night terrors because of it.
And hey, like I said, so sorry about that opinion, but I still firmly believe that it's just because again, there's so little we understand about our brain. There's so little we understand about how psychology and humans work, so that there's no reason why what I'm saying is wrong or what Ganja's saying is wrong. But I do firmly believe our brains are so good at eluding ourselves. We lie to ourselves in real life all the goddamn time with things. So to me, there's no reason to believe that our brain isn't just lying to us and giving us something so real that we feel like we're in control. And when we wake up, we realize, oh man, I totally did all that shit. But then you realize, like, wait, that could just be another version of a dream.
Well, like the word like lucid dreaming is just a terminology to be added to. I mean, like you experienced anything Ganja did, like, so it's really like you can't say like, oh no, that's not a thing. It's like lucid's just a term. We experience the same shit, so you know it's real because you
well, no, I experienced something that like because I chose obviously it's a term. I experienced something that would fit the definition of lucid dreaming. But I'm also starting to think about it. It's like I've had so many weird dreams of just things in general that I'm like, why am I sitting here saying I had 100% control here, but I didn't have 100% control when I was fighting a bunch of spiders?
Because it's a dream.
Yes, but they're all dreams at the end of the day. So why are we okay with saying this is some weird Matrix shit, but this isn't this is just
because they're different. One was lucid, one was not.
But that's the thing, though. How do you know? You don't know.
It's one of the things like I hate to go use an example because it's talking about illegal drugs and we'd like to get our advertisement in one day. But one of the things is like for psychedelics, like the thing is like how do you know that you're not tripping? You just probably are experiencing another realm of reality. Like the reason you know you are tripping is because you are active in your agency of how you're tripping. How are you tripping? I took some mushrooms. Well, that's what's causing the hallucinations. Whereas in the terms of lucid dreaming, certain like how did I make this dragon appear? I thought of a dragon and I made the dragon appear because I thought of it. It's more of a direct action rather than a passive one.
But again, there's so many things that happen within dreams to just have normal things happening anyway, that the idea that now you're in a situation where you feel what's going on actually goes on could just be another dream where instead of a situation where it's like you're just running on a treadmill, you dreaming you have control and the rest of your subconscious continuing to do that kind of stuff. And that's my entire thing. Because again, there's so little we understand about the brain and there's so much that our brain does and we don't even realize it. I'm not trying to go the whole 10% bullshit, but I'm saying there's so much, especially with dreams. We don't even know why humans dream. We have, like I said, because they keep it a chain. That's not a fact. That's an opinion. But I do believe lucid dreaming is just another layer of dreams. That's just something that we don't have control over. I don't believe we have any control over that.
Okay. I mean, we'll agree to disagree, but like, yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I wish that when we did that part, like maybe someone could have said instead of lucid dream, asked like, have you guys ever had control of your dreams or felt like you had control of your dreams? And it's like, well. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, whether or not I think that's the case or if it's my control is a projection to me, there's dreams where I try to have the control, like, oh, kick the spider, and it's like my leg won't work. My leg's like, no, you're going to get bit. You know, it's like, no, I don't want to do spiders, no. And I wake up because I got fucked up by spiders, and I should have kicked them. So, moving on, though. Spiders are fucking scary. Such a long question, but I loved it. Kirk, by the way, that was like one of our best questions like ever, dude. You're fucking awesome. This one's by Jet again. What's up, items?
Nope.
What? No, don't leave. God damn it, Alan.
How many times I gotta tell you this?
I'm sorry.
Stop treating me this way.
You're not the victim in this situation.
I am the victim.
At this point, I think we're just showing favoritism.
You are.
Okay.
You know what? How about this, Jet? You answer your question first.
Yeah, because here's a question: what set of items could you buy that would make the cashier the most uncomfortable? And I've actually bought items that
Let's
have made...
ruin a cashier's day, guys.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, of course.
Let's see. Let's.
I would say an axe, a big ass trash bag, and like some scotch tape, or what was that, duct tape? I think if we bought those three items together, that would be it'd be like, what the fuck?
Bleach and a pack of red Solo cups.
Oh wait, oh that would be fucked. I just put together my head.
You just bleach, co-ops. Okay.
But how about you, Jet?
Let's see. A copy of was it Hannibal?
Acrimony.
Let's see. What else? Some spoons, some knives, some forks, and a cooking show DVD.
Oh, okay, that would be fun. I had to say, I was like, wait, like stuff to go watch a movie and eat? What the fuck's what's wrong with that shit? But then I'm like, oh, okay, now I just put it together.
I got something.
What's that?
All right. A cucumber, pack of condoms, a KY jelly, and a gift card to Toys R Us.
Man, you took that shit from the internet. I know. I've seen that fucking meme, you bitch.
Really?
Yeah, the exact same thing of like cucumbers, jelly, and a condom.
All
You got
right,
the Toys R Us.
Or a copy of Blue's Clues.
First of all, if you're calling me out for the internet, that's like the Simpsons did it first. We know the internet's done it first.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, the fucking bleach and Solo cups isn't the internet first.
It probably is. I don't know.
I feel like it is.
No, you're just doing that because I tore you apart.
Yeah,
No, you didn't.
How about this? Anything Gadget ever buys. Here's some aspirin, A1 sauce, some rubbing alcohol.
I know, and then like with Jet, you know, like salt vinegar chips, like that's fucking crazy.
Those are
Don't forget highly explosive butane.
Wait, what?
Oh wait.
Like I said,
Damn.
anything Gadget buys on a regular basis.
Yeah, you're making me feel weird. What the fuck? Moving on. This was from JT. This is the last one. Chicken wings or fried chicken, Alan?
No, I'm not answering food questions.
Oh, come on. It's just one food question, you fuck. Come on. JT,
We have
this
a
is by
food question
JT,
every
by the way.
time.
Huh?
We have a food question every fucking time. Most of them are from Jet, sometimes Ruthless, and now JT.
Yeah, this is a good food. This is a good. I want the chat to answer this too. Chicken wings or fried chicken? What's so
Fried
bad
chicken.
about
I'm not a huge fan of wings.
Fried chicken wings.
I would go with fried chicken, man. Just especially if it's a fried chicken breast. I do love me some fried chicken.
Hey man, my favorite thing at KFC is those fucking chicken burgers. They're great.
And then my question is, what do we do first? After hours ads or Facebook gaming show ads?
Facebook gaming show ads. We'll leave to the after hours.
Gotcha, take it away, sir.
With that said, guys, make sure to go to the Facebook Midnight Chat Attack page where I mean me and my co-host Alan and his little co-host Penelope, as well as our bi-weekly co-host Trey Cooper, talk about video games on the Untitled Video Game Show every Friday, 7:30 CST time. Make sure to check us out. We conversate, we bullshit, we even talk to you guys in the chat while we play some video games and just fuck around. We don't have anything planned for next week. We'll let you guys know by the Wednesday show, but make sure to come check us out and post something on the Facebook page as well.
Oh, and then Alan, we're gonna be doing some after hours tonight. Now, I was joking about the whole Jet thing, but if she does have some suggestions, as well as you guys over there in the
oh, I definitely do.
Oh, you do? Okay, well, then people, that's what we're gonna be doing.
No. Jet does not get to pick anything.
We'll see. Well, here's the thing: she'll have 3 suggestions, and then we'll have an other option. And if people really hate all of our options,
my dead body.
That one. No, because the only thing is like she only gave one before, and that was good, and nothing else was. He gave nothing else a chance. And the thing is too is like Acrimony we dealt with 2 weeks ago. That shit was fucking terrible. And every fucking time we deal with something, if Gertz comes in, you might watch fucking Thor. You know, I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. I had to.
But
deal
Thor
with
is Oscar.
No, see, I knew Kirk was gonna say it. Fucking Kirk, goddammit, stop it. No, Thor.
Alan's dead. Someone.
Oh, no.
Bring him back to life.
And he's actually more lively than usual. I
got dibs on Penelope. I'm gonna smoke her out.
Oh, fuck that shit. I'll come back to dinner for that shit.
No, but yeah, man. So with that said, you know, we'll have like 3 movies that Jed thinks we should watch just to torture you. So just know that they're all gonna be bad, most likely. And then we have one option if you guys want to add your own, then we'll give that another pull chance. So it'll be cool. Tonight's actually gonna be a really fun night, and that's basically about it. So with that said, Mr. Ganja Guru.
3, 2, 1.
Attack the goddamn chair. Yes, sir.
That outro gave me heartburn.
I'm sorry. God damn. Cringe.
He didn't deserve to die.
That's the thing, he didn't even die.
Yeah, she deserved to die.
But she didn't even commit murder. He lived.